Boom. Bum bum. Bum. Bum bum. What's up? Welcome to the show. It's Monday night. It's Monday night. We're kicking the week off right. Dreadedconservative show. Hey. Bum bum. We got a show today. It's the return of the weird Sess stuff. Weird Sess stuff show. We haven't done one of these in a while. The world's a crazy place. I'm just reporting on it. We got a lot of weird Sess stuff in the news. We got the Trump hush money trial updates. I think we're on day 9 now. And that conveniently ties in with the other main story of the week, which is Kanye West has a new corn company with Stormy Daniels' ex-husband. Stormy Daniels is the one in the hush money case. Is this all planned? Girls are doing weird stuff with salmon eggs, getting permanent makeup put on and whatnot. Weird Sess stuff. What's up, ladies? Cut it out. And then last, college protests across the country being broken up by police officers. They're doing another Occupy, and the cops aren't having it this year. We're not doing another Summer of Love this year. Nope, we have a big election. Big election. Some would say the most bigly. And we can't be having these college liberal scumbags hanging out on the campus in a tent. That's the plan. We got rapid fire news. We got memes this week. We got funny reels. All sorts of stuff. We'll watch a lot of YouTube videos, footage of what's happening on these campuses. But that's all I got. Let's get into the show. Oh, I cut it off early on accident. One more time. The salmon story is disgusting. What's the name of that song that samples Backstreet's Back, the rap song? It's I don't know the name of the song, but it's the first track on the Vultures album with Ty Dolla $ign and Ye. I think it's called Yeezy's Back. But I'm not sure. I don't know titles of songs because I usually just play the full album and listen to it all. I don't really check track lists or anything, but it's it's Ty Dolla $ign. It's Ye. He says Yeezy's back. All right. Bow bow now now. Bow bow. He says, what's he say? One in the pink, one in the street. If shaved off, is it still mink? What's he say? He says something 99 problems to start with the shrink. Something like I can't think. Anyway, the campus activist PSYOP. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with all that stuff, but we'll find out today. So lots of weird Sess stuff in the news, but really Trump and the college protests, little bit of weird Sess stuff. We won't spend too much time on it, but I just thought it was a funny thumbnail because we got Ye and what's her name? Bianca Censori, basically parading her around in nothing in a napkin. He'll put a napkin on her and walk her around through the streets. Now he's starting. Anyway, we'll get into all those stories, but the salmon eggs, the Ye Corn Company, they're going to be making corn. The show just started, so we're trying to be careful here. Because I don't think you're supposed to say the P word on on Twitch. You're not supposed to. But anyway, in other news, before we get the stove sharded, the stove sharded, the stove sharded. What the? Before we get the show started, I'm tired. Yes, I couldn't get to sleep. Mondays I try to get to sleep as soon as I get home from work and eat and walk Echo. I try to go to sleep, and I couldn't get to sleep. Why? Because I was worried about Floor. Why was I worried about Floor? Because today was her uh, court hearing to see if she gets her visa to America. And guess what? She got it. Gong. Floor got a 1-year visa to America. But it takes them like 2 months to print out her passport. So she can't get a passport till like June or July, I guess. Everything's slow. But once she gets the passport, she can come back and forth to America for a year. And if she's a good little girl, and we don't make no anchor babies, then she'll get it extended next time. So Floor's coming to America. Yes, I play a gong. That's the sound effect for America. Because she's going to have a third language, and I'm going to have a second language, and it's going to be Chinese. We're going to be speaking Chinese. I'm going to America. When Trump said they aren't sending their best, he wasn't talking about Floor. So we need to raise some money. Let me put the Cash App on the screen. We need to raise some money so I'm not a broke biatch when Floor shows up. Y'all need to donate to the Make Floor Happy with Money Fund. No, seriously. We need to raise some money. So if you want to support the show, support what I'm doing here, you can send me $5. You can send me $10. You can send me $1 million. I know he doesn't he likes to give in silence, but shout out, everybody say thank you to Lord Spike Protein. Shout out to Lord Spike Protein. He made a very generous contribution after the show last week. Get a job. I have a job, dummy. I have multiple jobs. Doesn't mean I can't internet shill for you guys to send me free money. Why would I? What? What are you talking about? Get a job. This is my job. And you're my employee, producer. You're supposed to send me money. Right now, all of it you have, everything you own. No, but for real though, if you want to super chat, you can super chat. If you want to join the membership on the YouTube channel, you could do that. What else? You can like, subscribe, share it with a friend. All of that stuff is free. But the preferred method is the Cash App, which is on the screen. $ Dreadedconservative. Hit it up. Send me some pizza money. Send me some beer money. Send me some coffee money. Yep. Internet panhandling. Yep. You get a free show every week. 30 hours a week. You get entertainment for free. I know everybody's broke. The economy's bad. We just want all of our art and our entertainment for free. You bunch of pirates. He never gets called out for saying dumb stuff. But yeah, so I couldn't get to sleep because I was like, Floor's got a court thing. I gotta wait till, and then just as I'm falling asleep, she messaged me, and then I messaged her back like 40 minutes later. She's like, I want to call you and tell you about it. I'm like, I gotta go to sleep. I don't see the super chat option. It should be there. Don't send a super chat. Send a Cash App. I need that money now. It's my money and I need it now. All right. Enough shilling. Enough shilling for the willing. Considering who's involved with the protests and how widespread they are, combined with the fact that they're being publicized, I would say I can pinpoint who it is. Well, it's a bunch of groups. We'll talk about all that. There's a lot of these groups. We'll do some analysis of the protests, the videos. All right. Bottom right by the smile. I don't see it. Oh, you don't see it. Oh, he's saying he sees it, but you don't see it. All right. First, let's start off with this Trump trial highlights. Updates on the hush money trial. I think they're on day 9. From NBC News, Trump trial highlights. Former Trump assistant testifies about Stormy Daniels and Karen McDougal. Earlier, David Pecker, I don't know if I would trust that guy. The former National Enquirer publisher testified about discussions with ex-Trump lawyer Michael Cohen and payments to Daniels and McDougal, a former Playboy model. McDougal was also a former Playboy model? Hold on, let me do some research. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to research it. Former National Enquirer publisher David Pecker returned to the stand for cross-examination. He was followed by longtime Trump assistant Rona Graff and then Gary Farrow, who served as Michael Cohen's banker. Yesterday, Pecker testified about his role in hush money payments to adult film actress Stormy Daniels and former Playboy model Karen McDougal. Trump faces 34 counts of falsifying business records related to the hush money payment made to Daniels. He has pleaded not guilty and denied a relationship with Daniels. So this is from day 7. We've got a report from day 6, a report from day 8, just little stories I've gathered throughout the week. Let's look at some headlines on the highlight reel from MSDNC here. Trump reiterates that he'll debate Biden anytime he wants, including tonight. That's another story. He said that at court after the court case. He's like, I'll debate Joe Biden anytime he wants. Did you see the new dean of Harvard? Oh, I can't imagine. Is it a radical black lesbian? Or is it a they them type? One or the other, I bet. The trial will resume Tuesday with testimony from Gary Farrow. So I guess they did not do day 8 today. That will be day 9 will be tomorrow. And he said he challenged Joe Biden to a debate. 3 days ago, the prosecutor asked Farrow about Cohen bank documents. Farrow said he took on banking clients like Cohen who might be a little challenging. Farrow says there are other industries the bank won't do business with. Farrow explains that he works at Flagstar Bank but worked at First Republic Bank for 15 years. Okay. So there's some highlights from MSDNC. Let's see what USA Today had to say about day 8. Is there a video? Yeah, let's watch this little video from USA Today. See what they're saying about the case.
Jury has finally been seated in Donald Trump's hush money trial, which is taking place here at New York County Criminal Court. The whole block in front of the courthouse has been barricaded off, and what
this is also the trial where dude lit himself on fire, self-immolated.
PD officers are standing guard. The courtroom entrance is here on Center Street, and the press line stretches all the way down the block. I'm here with USA Today reporter Aisha Bagchi, who has just been rows behind the former president.
The courtroom is very serious. You see Trump sitting at his defense table.
Oh, you'll do Zelle, but not Cashapp? That makes a lot of sense. I have Venmo, I have PayPal, and I have Cashapp. I don't have Zelle. Zelle is like the TikTok of money sending, of payment processors. You know that, right? So you support Chinese companies, but not American companies. That makes sense. If you're going to have your internet data stolen and your money stolen through payment processors, use the Chinese one. Anyway.
On the left side of the courtroom, You have the prosecution on the other side, the judge at the front. He keeps a very tight ship in the courtroom. He absolutely makes sure that he controls the courtroom, and everyone is somber and serious. They know that this is a criminal trial. We also see the jurors in the case.
What happened to the court artists? Because that is not good court art. I know they got to go fast, but come on.
They look very serious. They're not tipping their hats one way or the other about anything that they're thinking. Many of them are taking notes. So far, Trump has seemed really different inside the courtroom.
He looks like a frog. Look at that. Where's our man's neck? Trump got a neck under them jowls.
At his criminal trial, from how he looked at 2 previous civil trials he had, also in New York City. And I don't know if that has to do with his different legal team. We see different...
No, this judge is not black. There are some black judges in some other cases. Some ladies who really don't like Trump and made their whole career about taking down Trump, and now they're in a court case against Trump to hinder an election, which should be illegal.
Lawyers representing him in this case than were with him in the courtroom in his civil cases. Maybe they've given him different advice.
Okay, maybe that picture was kind of on point.
We also know the stakes are different here for Donald Trump. It's a criminal trial, so he really is facing a threat of being incarcerated. And maybe that has played into why we see Donald Trump behaving differently in this courtroom.
So I'm seeing a lot of headlines.
Major effort that's been made.
I'm seeing a lot of headlines. Apparently he's trying for presidential immunity, and that's something that could stick. I heard some people saying that might hold up, the presidential immunity deal. And then Michael Knowles had a video. I didn't watch it, and it was probably clickbait, but the title was Trump could get 30 days in jail. You think they're going to give Trump 30 days in jail? I'm pretty sure the Secret Service steps in at that point and says, no, he's not going to jail. I'm pretty sure I researched this a long time ago, arguing with some dumb person about who says that Trump's going to go to jail every 2 months. And I'm pretty sure I researched into this, and a former president is not going to step foot in a jail. The Secret Service still protects them. They won't let him go into the jail. So that's not going to happen. He's probably going to have to pay a lot of money again, and they're just trying to tie up his time to campaign and all that stuff. But if I read this article, is it going to be everything that the reporter just said? The 8th day of Donald Trump's New York hush money trial gave the former president's legal team their chance to attack the story prosecutors have so far told of Trump colluding with a tabloid executive to boost his 2016 presidential campaign. Former National Enquirer publisher David Pecker testified this week about an alleged scheme to catch and kill stories that could hurt Trump's 2016 presidential election chances. In the National Enquirer, do people still read tabloids? Also, it's a tabloid. Have you ever seen a tabloid before? The front page is going to say there's an alien in my ice cream. My cheesecake was an animal. When I opened the box at the store, there was a creature in my cheesecake box. My neighbor is an alien. My neighbor is an alien. That's the National Enquirer headlines we get. So this doesn't even make sense. But when Twitter comes out and admits that the feds were working with Twitter and other social media networks to control the information that was being put out to affect the election, no big deal. No big deal. But when Trump talks to the guy from the Crazy magazine, he's affecting election results. Yeah, because all the high propensity voters go to the supermarket tabloids for their political information. What kind of what? That's so stupid. This is so stupid. On Friday, Trump's defense attorney Emil Bove elicited testimony from Pecker that the tabloid had other motives for its actions besides helping Trump's campaign. After Pecker's testimony concluded, the prosecution called former Donald Trump executive assistant Rona Graff to the stand. Graff said she believes she created contact information entries for Trump for alleged paramours and hush money recipients Karen McDougal and Stormy Daniels. She was cross-examined by Trump attorney Susan Nichols. Okay. Thank you, USA Today. Let's see what Trump had to say
Not
about
that
it.
Donald Trump seems like a particularly easy client to represent.
This is from MSDNC as well. I'm going to skip most of it. We'll listen for a second, but we're going to skip ahead because there's actually an interview, a post-court interview with Trump in this video.
But the attorneys defending him in the New York criminal trial are getting a crash course in what happens when you hitch your wagon to that of the former president. The trial has barely begun, and already Trump's attorney, Todd Blanche, has all but lost the confidence of Judge Juan Merchan. It happened during what's called a show cause hearing, where Trump's attorney was making his case as to why Trump didn't violate his gag order, which, to be clear, prosecutors say he did at least 10 times. Blanche went so far as to suggest that Trump was making a good faith effort. He said, quote, "We are trying to comply with it, and there is no doubt that we are here about 10 different purported violations. President Trump is being very careful to comply with your honor's rules." And I believe that was so nakedly false that Merchan then said, "You are losing all credibility. I have to tell you that right now." Now, admittedly, I'm not an attorney, so
Judge Juan. So he's Mexican. All right, enough of this. They're all just trashing him. It's the mainstream media, so that's what we can expect. Let's see what Trump had to say, though.
Action News in Philadelphia the evening after this very hearing.
Shift to the trial, if we could, for 1 second. Where is your concern level at this point regarding David Pecker's testimony and Michael Cohen's testimony?
Well, Michael Cohen is a convicted liar, and he's got no credibility whatsoever. He was a lawyer.
Oh, you guys can barely hear it.
Lawyers, but Michael Cohen was a convicted liar. He was a lawyer for many people, not just me.
Are you prepared to take the stand if it comes down to it?
Oh, sure, I'd very willingly take the stand. Right now, if you look at what the legal scholars are saying, and as I said, Jonathan Turley, McCarthy, Dershowitz last night, they say there's no case. There is no case. They brought a case that doesn't exist. And they're right. Other than we have a very conflicted judge. The judge is highly conflicted. He should recuse himself immediately. There's never been a judge so conflicted as this guy. He should absolutely recuse himself immediately. That's all they have. They have a good judge for them. But other than that, they have no case.
Yet again, attacking witnesses. And
yeah, but in America today, that's all that they need is a good Democrat judge. One more article about this. Let's see what The Hill has to say. Splashy testimony dominates first week of Trump's hush money trial. First week of the hush money trial has wrapped up on Friday in Manhattan. The trial so far has been dominated by splashy testimony from former National Enquirer publisher David Pecker, who spent much of this week divulging seedy details of media agreements he entered into with Trump, and ex-lawyer Michael Cohen to keep negative stories about Trump out of the news while he mounted his 2016 campaign. Pecker, the prosecution's first witness, was on stand all 4 days of the trial this week. On Friday afternoon, the prosecution called its second witness, Trump's longtime executive assistant, Rona Graff, who took the stand for just a few minutes. Next came banker Gary Farrow, who detailed financial dealings he had with Cohen. The trial resumes Tuesday. Follow below from a recap from New York. Court adjourns. Farrow walks through Cohen's shell companies. Friday witnesses mark a shift after multiple days of salacious testimony from David Pecker, the first witness and ex-publisher of the National Enquirer. The testimony from witness Friday afternoon has been more dull. Rona Graff, Trump's ex-assistant who spent years sitting just outside his New York office, got on the stand to primarily confirm calendar records and other documents. Banker Gary Farrow has similarly spent much of his time confirming documents, also explaining in detail how wealthy individuals utilize the private banking system. The shift in storyline is representative on the broader mixing of sex, politics, and paperwork that makes up the historic trial. Speaking of sex, and speaking of Stormy Daniels, guess who's starting a porn company with Stormy Daniels' ex-husband? Yay! What are you doing? Yay! Don't do it. Yay! Stormy, what are you doing, Stormy? You're suing Trump. Your ex-husband is starting oh, sorry, guys. Sorry, let's look at her eyes. You're starting a company with face not as nice. Kanye West is planning to launch a Yeezy porn studio in his latest shocking move 5 years after saying he had an addiction to lewd material. Ridiculous. You lost me, Ye. You lost me, Ye. You had me at I'm making a Christian album. You lost me at vultures and starting a porn company. No bueno, Ye. What are you doing? I'm gonna call you Kanye again. You don't get to use your Christian name anymore. I'm gonna call you Saul. I'm not gonna call you Paul. I'm gonna call you Saul. I'm not gonna call you by your new name. I'm gonna call you Kanye because you haven't changed, my boy. Kanye West is planning to launch a Yeezy porn studio in his latest shock move 5 years after saying he has an addiction to lewd material. The 46-year-old previously expressed regret that he watched pornography so often, even claiming adult entertainment had destroyed my family. Yeah, so I lost my family to my addiction to porn. I lost everything. I went crazy. And, well, he didn't lose everything, of course, but he lost a lot. And so now I'm going to start a porn studio. And you're supposed to be a Trump guy. You're starting a porn studio with the woman's ex-husband who is suing Trump right now. What side are you on, Ye? Pick a side, bro. Quit being a dang topsy-turvy fence sitter. So here's this degenerate scumbag and his wicked witch of the white women, Stormy Daniels. There they are again. Oh, don't they look sweet? This guy looks like every douchebag I've ever met. For real, straight up. And here's Ye and Bianca Censori walking her around wearing a napkin. Walking her around wearing a black slice of pizza as an outfit. She's basically naked in every outfit that he takes her out in. Kanye West makes vulgar comment about wife Bianca Censori. Mike's history in porn stretches back to 2007 when he was an art director for Operation Desert Stormy, whose star Stormy Daniels he married that year. Kanye has reportedly been considering entering the porn industry for some time. He is now said to be in serious negotiations to start a studio. Kanye described himself as a porn addict in 2019, saying that his fixation with adult entertainment began when he was only 5 years old. For me, Playboy was my gateway into full-on pornography addiction. My dad had a Playboy left out at age 5, and it's affected almost every choice I've made for the rest of my life. Yeah, so it sounds like a great idea. I'm sure God's calling you. Christ is king, right? I'm sure Jesus is calling you to start a porn agency, Kanye. Yeah. You don't deserve to be called Ye. Your name is Kanye now. I wonder how Fuentes feels about this. From age 5 till now, having to kick the habit, and it just presents itself in the open like it's okay, and I stand up and say, no, it's not okay. No, you stay, it is okay. You're buying into it, dummy. I'm going to go back to anti-Kanye, because Kanye could never rap, just so you know. He's a good artist. He makes hits. He makes beats. He makes hits that are catchy, good beats. Kanye can't rap. I'll say that. I'll say that right now. I do like his outfit choices, though, because I would wear this when I was homeless. Oh, Kim, what up, girl? Hey, girl. Hey, you need to calm down, girl. And he definitely downgraded. You're not supposed to downgrade, Yay. But I don't know how you really upgrade from Kim Kardashian. I don't like a lot of the fake booty and all that stuff, but still, she bad. I don't care who you are. She bad, okay? I don't care who you are. That's her sister. That's not Kim. That's Kylie, the younger sister. So it's a whole family of degenerates. Just a whole bunch of degeneracy. So that's all happening. Thank you, Daily Mail. I think we got one more story about Kanye. Same story. Just another article about it. This is from mirror.com. This is probably like a supermarket tabloid. I'm sure that they're going to get sued 2 years from now for affecting the 2024 election. Kanye West's Yeezy porn will be nothing like we've seen before, says business partner. There's him and that Mike guy driving to check out the new porn studio. With vile update as fans fume, don't do it. It's thought the pair are collaborating for Ye's venture into the adult business, with Maz telling TMZ, while it's too early to give any details, I'm excited about where Ye's vision takes this. The idea that this project is going to be another porn studio is not correct. It will be like nothing we've ever seen. Anyway, bunch of mess. Bunch of mess from Ye. But that's not all for the weird Sess stuff. You heard what ladies are doing with salmon eggs? That's right, salmon eggs. Women are paying $500 to get salmon sperm injected into their vajayjays to boost their sex lives. These women will try anything. Nice try at a joke there. To improve their sex lives. Women are paying $500 to have salmon sperm injected into their vaginas to help their floundering sex lives. Oh my gosh, listen to all the fish puns. It smells like fish, make it a dish. Smells like cologne, leave it alone. A lot of older women come to see me and say they are not having any kind of sexual arousal anymore. They're women. They don't get aroused. Amanda, I guess they'll say that's not true, but what that word doesn't aroused I think of something different, not women. They're like cosmetic lab rats. Floor, what are they doing? Armenians are beautiful, but the Kardashians are cooked by design, by the way the model and advertise all kinds of unhealthy things. No, Kylie is hotter. They're all pretty hot, to be honest. I'm not gonna act like I'm not kind of crazy. Anyway, a lot of older women come to me and say that now this is not a new thing. Actually, they've been doing this in Korea for a long time, but they rub it on their face. They rub salmon eggs on their face to tighten their skin. Now they're putting salmon sperm into their vaginas, which is weird. What's wrong with you, ladies? A lot of older. Oh, I already read that. An aesthetic nurse who runs clinics in London, Liverpool, and North Wales. Crazy British people. Told the Daily Mail, so we do the O shot. The O shot. Let me see your O face. O. And they're reporting stronger and more frequent orgasms, increased natural lubrication, and greater sexual arousal. An O shot is a non-surgical treatment intended to rejuvenate the vagina and increase sexual arousal. It is alleged to typically show results after about 2 to 4 sessions. Oh, so you just got to let a salmon have sex with you 4 times. And, yeah, if you have sex with a fish 4 times, you probably want to have sex with a man after that. You probably, that's what it is. They just make you have sex with a salmon. You're like, I don't want this anymore. I want a guy. I'm sure lesbians are eating this up. They love fish. God, I need to stop. Told you it's the weird Sess stuff show. Daily Mail's reporting on this. New York Post is reporting on this. This is the story of the week, I guess. Ladies desperate for a libido boost? Get salmon sperm injected in your vagine. Bizarre wrinkle-defying trend is now being used to rev up women's sex lives. So Jennifer Aniston talked about this. She said she rubs salmon eggs on her face to tighten up the wrinkles. Fishermen are going to be loving this. Fishermen are going to be making tons of money off of salmon fishing. I don't think I've ever caught a salmon. I've caught a trout. Do trout eggs work? Because I can go get some trout right now. Courtney is pretty hot. Don't worry, Josh. I still have like 25 more years before you got to start using salmon eggs. Yeah, anyway. Results can be seen after 2 to 4 sessions. It's just absolutely life-changing for them. It typically uses purified and sterilized DNA molecules. That's not real. Extracted from salmon or trout sperm, known as polynucleotides, which have anti-inflammatory effects. South Korea's aesthetics sector has been using the treatment for over a decade, but it's now gaining popularity among Western celebrities. Jennifer Aniston told the Wall Street Journal last year that she is reaping its skin rejuvenating qualities on her face. She's rubbing salmon eggs on her face. When polynucleotides are injected into human skin, fibroblasts are activated. Fibroblasts are stretchy molecules found in the skin that help maintain the structural framework of the tissue. As we age, these fibroblasts decrease. So when the polynucleotides are injected under the eyes and the cheekbones or in the neck, it theoretically rejuvenates the skin. That's exactly how it works in the intimate areas too. Some doctors claim polynucleotides are safer than other cosmetic injectables like Botox, which have been linked to a catalog of complications including blocked blood vessels, lumpy skin, and infections. Ms. Azopardi also claims intermittent polynucleotides are better for mature women than injections are of platelet-rich plasma, another libido booster offered in private clinics. PRP is great if you're 20 years old because you've got all those fibroblasts, you've got the collagen, you've got the elastin, you've got thyroid or your hormone, she said. But if you're older, if you are in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, your healthy cells are dying off. So it's much better to use something that is, pre-manufactured. It's very safe along with other treatments. Typo. It's great for mature skin and don't make a typo on a quote. It's great for mature skin to improve cellular aging and enhance hydration, she added. Sounds like a bunch of mess to me. Whoa. That looked like a booby. We don't want to look at that. All right. So, bunch of mess going on. And it's all part of a bigger problem. The microblading, the permanent makeup, eyebrow tattoos, lip tattoos, the lip fillers. These girls are like having like big old Dumbo lips now. Looking like the wax lips, the candy, the old wax lips candies that you bite on it, makes your lips big. They're looking like that. The woman of the year is a man. That's a whole nother bucket of worms there, Tomas. But yeah, stop it, ladies. Stop it. The weird Brazilian butt lifts that make you're taller when you sit down. It's not natural. It looks weird. The freaking microblading, cutting little slices into your skin to make you blush more. What is this? Auschwitz? What is this? Schindler's List? What are you doing, ladies? You don't not have access to the sun. You don't have to maybe like go outside and get off your phone and maybe your skin will look healthier. Maybe you don't need to cut little cuts into your skin, microblading or whatever that is. All that weird stuff. Cut it out. It's weird. It's not natural. The fat lips look is nasty. Let me see. Fat lip women. Fat lip injections gone wrong. Lip fillers gone wrong or a dream gone sour? A fat injection gone wrong. Extreme women claims botched fillers left her with Monsters Inc. lips. No, you being a dumbass left you with Monsters Inc. lips. You're trusting a Korea's not even a country. You're trusting a Korean medication to pump up your lips, pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up the volume. Here, I just found this from New York Post. Look at this. I've always had thinner lips, and they just disappear when I smile. So I wanted to make them fit my face a little more. Yeah, they fit your face. Yeah. Uh, damn, girl, what them things, what that mouth do though? What that mouth, damn, girl, girl, what that mouth do? I would not be making a TikTok right now. You need to go deflate your damn lips. Where's Dane the Balloon Man? Can he make me a balloon animal? Yo, that looks like a pack of Jimmy Deans I got in my refrigerator right now. I want to cook those things up with some onions. Look at them sausages. Damn. Look at that silly white girl. Oh, poor girl. Hold on. Hold on. This is before. Oh, wait. I definitely am scared getting them done again, but I do like the way they look now, so I know. So I don't know if I will. She's not even. She's considering doing it again. This is her lips after the healing process, and she's thinking about doing it again. Maybe your lips would look bigger if you lost some weight. How about that? Lose some of this fat in your face, and your lips will look a little bigger. Don't pump the lips up bigger. Sorry to insult the large women, but sorry, not sorry. Is there another one? Who's this girl? Hold on, there is more. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, that's next. We're not at that part yet. I'm trying to see. There's one more. 11 extreme lip. Yo, this girl might have been cute. This girl might have been cute before. Oh my god. What is this? Oh, that's. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Who's this? Is that Marjorie Taylor Greene? No. Drag queen. I've been watching Daryl Dixon on well, I'm watching it on a bootleg site, but there's like freaking multiple drag queens in the first 3 episodes and lesbians and stuff and nuns. All things that will not exist in the zombie apocalypse. There will not be. Okay, there's a lot of drag queens on here. There will not be nuns, celibate nuns in the zombie apocalypse. There will not be lesbians in the zombie apocalypse, and there will not be drag queens in the zombie apocalypse. There's going to be men and women, and they're going to be making babies. They never touch on that in the show. The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, Negan, and whatever. I'm so tired of them. I don't know why I torture myself by keep watching them, but it's they never touch on the fact that in order to sustain a population, we have to make children. In order to rebuild the world, here's what we got to do. We need to make communities, strong communities, defend our communities, strong communities with equal numbers of men and women, actually more women than men. And we need to pump out some babies and kill some zombies. Once you eliminate all the zombies, then the world's back to normal. Everybody could just have babies and make babies. But the new Daryl Dixon show, Walking Dead show, is basically like, it's kind of blasphemous. Like, this kid is like the new zombie Jesus. For some reason, he was born from a zombie. So now he's like the savior. This little kid that looks like a little girl. It's kind of dumb. It's really dumb. But yeah. That's her before the lip injection, right? No, the bottom picture was her after they healed up, and she was thinking about doing it again. you could see her lips were like splitting. There was like bloodlines in her lips because her lips were splitting. That's what happened in that episode of Judged with Matt Walsh. The girl got lip fillers from Korean medicine, and she her lips exploded on the plane. Probably due to the pressure differential. You don't pump up your lips till they're about to burst and then jump on a plane. It's not smart. Lips like that don't survive in high altitude. Even if you are in a tin can. Anyway, that's a bunch of weird stuff. Enough of the weird Sess stuff. That's all we have for that. Lip filler women are
Beta.
Let's move on to these college protests. We got a lot of videos to watch. We're going to watch a lot of videos from multiple different campuses of cops busting up the camp out. I was talking about this with Nada and some other people the other night during the stream. And my first question was, are these students? And apparently that's the question everybody's asking. Because if there's a bunch of people camping out on a college campus, that's just asking for problems. You're going to have homeless people. And a lot of these organizations that import protesters and pay for protests and things like that, they have bail funds. I'll show you a clip of a guy talking about the bail fund. They plan these things out. You'll always see the green hats walking around with clipboards when the cops show up. What they're doing is writing names down of everybody who's getting arrested. You'll see the cops whispering into people's ears, and then they start dragging people out. They know who they're going to arrest. The group knows who's going to get arrested. They have a bail fund, which people donate to, and politicians and lobbyist groups and all these other protest-forming groups donate to this pool. And then they use this kitty to get the people out of jail who get arrested. And the people who get arrested, they plan on being arrested. They know they're going to have some people arrested because that gets the pictures. That gets the press. That feeds the media. Then all the women say, oh, they're just poor college kids expressing their First Amendment right. Oh, they're just protesting. Oh, it's horrible. And then the women get upset and then they vote for the Democrats. That Act Blue is one of them. I talk a lot about the Sunrise Movement, which is one that focuses on children. So when you see, like, last week we talked about the kids that were protesting the furries, and that seems sweet. It seems based. It's like, oh, that's nice. No, it's not. The same groups that are organizing that stuff are the same groups that organize the climate change protests for children, and the BLM protests for children, and the gay pride protests for children. All these teaching children to picket and protest and stuff because it's your First Amendment right as an American to assemble and protest and petition the government and speak freely and worship whatever God you want to worship. And that's what you get. That's what you get. So you get what you deserve. You want to worship a document made by a bunch of fallen men, a deist, a Mason, a Christian who got ignored at every turn, and then say America was founded on Christian principles. Why didn't they put Jesus in the Constitution? Why did they put our Creator? Our Creator. So each of us could have a different creator. Basically, it's the same as NA and AA. Your creator could be yourself. Whoever your creator is. That's who endowed your rights, is whoever your creator is. If Satan created you, then Satan endowed you with your rights. Anyway, I digress. Let's read about this, and then we'll watch some videos of multiple different campuses. New York has students protesting the Israel-Hamas war at college campuses across the U.S. dug in Saturday, and dozens of demonstrators were arrested. Some universities moved to shut down encampments after reports of anti-Semitic activity. Oh, yeah, what I was saying, I got sidetracked, was that homeless people who live in tents. I mean, they don't get ran off. Now, some places they do. A lot of places they do. I actually saw a headline that said, I can't remember where, but somewhere they're going to do a law where if you're homeless and you don't accept help, then you're going to be charged. But anyway, the homeless people, a lot of places will let them hang out and have their encampments, but they break up the encampments on the college campuses. Kind of based, but also kind of hypocritical. But if I was a homeless guy, I would be going to hang out at the college with all the college girls. Even though they're not the prettiest college girls, all the girls at these protests look like little troglodyte, little androgynous blobs, kind of. They all look the same. They're like short, fat, blonde hair, glasses. Probably got a little touch of the tism, if that's a real thing. They got bit by that tism spider. And they're loud and obnoxious and boisterous. You know what the Bible says about a loud woman? It's abomination. I don't know what happened to his phones, folks. Which of the founding fathers was Christian? Click. John Adams. James, I always forget the names. I'm not good with names. I'm not a woman. John Adams. Every suggestion he made that was a Christian suggestion, he was based. He was a good Christian. And every Christian suggestion he made, they didn't listen to him. They ignored it. When he said this Constitution isn't going to work without a moral and religious people, we need to have some sort of clause in there that says this is for Christians. This is not for everybody and their mama, because it won't work. But they didn't listen to him. They said, you know what, James? I can't keep saying his name wrong. John Adams. Okay, so I got it right. I just said James Adams. John Adams, James Adams. Same thing. John James Jingleheimer Smith. Yeah. He kept making pleas saying this isn't going to work. And they didn't listen to him. Definitely not Benjamin Franklin. Definitely not Jefferson. Yeah, John Adams. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, is James Madison and John Adams. With the death mounting in the war in Gaza, protesters nationwide are demanding that schools cut financial ties to Israel and divest from companies that say they are enabling the conflict. Some Jewish students say the protests have veered into anti-Semitism and made them afraid to set foot on campus. Yeah, it's a bunch of white girls wearing hijabs, standing in solidarity with people, and they're all like transformers and LGBTQ people. Y'all would get thrown off a roof if you went over there. Early Saturday, police in riot gear cleared an encampment on the campus of Northeastern University in Boston. Massachusetts police said about 102 protests were arrested and will be charged with trespassing and disorderly conduct. Protesters said they were given about 15 minutes to disperse before being arrested. Also, the DA in these cities knows about this. Those kids are they probably won't spend a night in jail. They'll probably get what's it called? Processed and released. And when they show up in court, the charge is going to be dropped, because the DAs know about this beforehand. The groups, the organizers, have a bail fund set up. They have money paid off to the prosecutors. All these charges will get dropped. We're just college kids expressing our First Amendment right. As workers pulled down tents and bagged up the debris from the encampment, several dozen people across from the encampment chanted, "Let the kids go," and slogans against the war in Gaza. They also booed as police cars passed and taunted the officers who stood over the encampment. So let's watch some videos, read some articles. And that was from AP, by the way. This one's interesting because there's this Jewish kid is a leader of one of these groups, and it's Jews against the war. And I wonder how that goes over with all the Muslims hanging out in here. It's probably just pandering because they're like, we have to show solidarity with these people, or else they're gonna kill it. They're gonna chop our heads off.
I'm one of the organizers.
There's a clip from AP as well.
Leading MIT Jews for Ceasefire.
Jews
and
for
we're out
Ceasefire.
here joining in this encampment because we know, as Jewish people, our liberation and our safety is tied up in the safety of the Palestinians.
Meanwhile, you got Malekmar behind you, pulling a grenade out of his waistband right now. He's about to. Malekma! Malekma means grenade in Arabic, I think. Because every time I played Call of Duty, if you were on the terrorist side and you threw a grenade, they would go, Malekma! So I think that's Arab for grenade. Oh, you guys can't see the video. My bad. Let's let you see this nerd.
Joining in this encampment because we know, as Jewish people, our liberation and our safety is tied up in the safety of the Palestinians. And it's day 199 of genocide. And that's far past the line. At MIT in particular, we know that there's been immense complicity
genocide.
And direct involvement with the genocide that's going on. They've had over $11 million allocated in investments for projects directly relating to the Israeli Ministry of Defense in the past decade. And this is exceptionally...
Yeah, whoever said if they just shot a water cannon in the sky over this place, just had 4 water trucks. And you don't have to blast them with the water cannon. You just shoot it into the sky and make it rain nonstop on this stupid freaking encampment.
Direct. MIT is building the weapons that Israel and the Israeli military are using to terrorize and to bomb the Palestinians in Gaza.
I'm not going to disagree with him on that. He's probably right. In fact, I think he's 100% right. So I get it. I like their passion. But the problem is a lot of these kids are useful idiots. And they see this and then they just join in. And they don't know what they're supporting. There's been clips and TikToks of these kids who have no idea what they're talking about. And they're out here supporting it. They don't even know what Palestine is. And I don't claim to know a whole lot about geopolitics of Israel and Palestine and stuff. I've heard a lot and read some stuff and talked about it, but you know, I'm not an expert, but you don't see me at an encampment in a college not knowing what I'm talking about. But I think that kid is probably right about that. And like I was saying, these are the useful idiots, but the organizers, they're the ones who get arrested, and they're the ones who put this on. They're the ones who get people to come in off the streets. Hobos walking around a college campus, living in a tent in the middle of an encampment. It's a genius idea. I would do it if I was homeless at the time. Get to hang out with a bunch of college kids and party. I'm with the movement. Oh, anybody got a crack pipe? Oh, man. Yeah. Let's read a couple more. Let's read some updates from CNN Business. Some headlines. Cal Poly Humboldt urges students occupying buildings to leave campus peacefully now. So they're breaking down these things everywhere. But look at all these like random old dudes. There's like a hobo over here, and they're wearing their masks. Look, mask. The dummies. Dummy. You got your dang burqa shawl. It's so dumb. California State Polytechnic University Humboldt is asking students participating in demonstrations and the occupation of at least 2 buildings to leave the campus peacefully. Virginia Tech officers tell pro-Palestinian protesters to leave or face arrest. About 20 protesters remain at George Washington University as street encampment grows. I want to see is Are they doing this at the University of Utah? University. I just farted. Sorry, guys. I do have one story from Utah related to this, but I want to see if they're doing encampments because I'm going to go hang out at the camp. Some not Utah, not University of Texas. Utah's campuses don't have Israel-Palestine protests. Israel students aren't joining Israel-Palestine protests. Here's why. Campus reach a fervor nationwide. Why it matters. Utah has the youngest population of any state and the second highest number of enrolled college students per capita. Oh, I didn't know that. Demographics that normally are ripe for political demonstration, which we do have a lot of. Quad lawns from Logan to St. George are occupied by springtime fun, and all the biggest protests since October have gathered off campus. Here are 5 reasons Utah's halls of higher learning aren't of the fervor. Commuters and worker bees. Utah students tend to spend less time on campus, which makes organizing more difficult. Multiple reports show Utah students are also far more likely to work during college than students nationally. Yeah, a little more based here. At 4 colleges nationally, about 37% of full-time undergrads live on campus, according to federal data. In Utah, that's closer to 20%, according to data Axios obtained from multiple schools. Culture of obedience. Utahns are widely seen as non-confrontational conformists and deferential to authority, qualities unlikely to generate robust activism. Until the mayor imports a bunch of protesters to flip over a cop car at the library and break windows at the city-county building, and then they get a mural painted on the street in front of the city-county building and a holiday every year to celebrate at the city-county building where they broke out the windows. I'm not stupid, Mayor. I'm watching you, you damn commie. A lot of cultural of Utah tends to be pretty docile. Activists who organize protests at Salt Lake City Council meetings says work with student organizers that they're an agreeable culture that leads to things being more quiet. They also have school crackdowns. A pro-Palestine movement started to emerge last fall at the U, but school officials revoked sponsorship of the organizing group Mecca on the same day. Oh, damn. You try to organize a damn protest on the Utah campus, they revoke your right to be a club on the campus. That's pretty based. Farted on camera like hair swallow. Did y'all hear that? You couldn't hear that, right? Okay. What else? Tufts University says encampment must end so the school can celebrate the class of 2004. RFK Jr., lame, defends protesters' rights but opposes calls for ceasefire. If I come on and I say I don't like vaccines, all of the people on both sides think that I'm a based guy, but I'm actually not. Don't be gullible, people. Of course he supports it. Screaming and scuffles between opposing protest groups at UCLA after demonstrators cross barrier. UCLA, Texas, George Washington University. Look at it. It just looks like a bunch of hobos. They're practicing for when they get out of college because they're all going to be homeless. That's what it is. So actually, this may be kind of based because they got to get practice. They need to practice to survive when the grid goes down and everybody's homeless. Unfortunately, you're not going to have access to tents and bottles of water and snacks and beverages and beer and all that stuff. Bernie Sanders says it's not anti-Semitic to hold Israeli government accountable for its actions in Gaza. All right, enough headlines. Let's see if this Washington Post article will let me read it. Yeah, we'll read this after we watch a video. Now, there was this from Utah. Well, we'll come back to this. Let's watch a video first.
On Ohio State's campus. Again, as Stephanie said.
So this is an hour and 28 minutes long. We're just going to skip through it to a few parts, but I want to show you. Okay, so on hour 17, we'll see the organizer. One of the organizers. But anyway, so there's a circle, and the cops start walking up. Hold on. No, StreamYards. I'm not part of the op. So this is at OSU. They have a circle around the tents, and they say that there are Muslims praying inside of the tents. It's the last prayer of the day. This video goes on for like an hour, and eventually the cops tear the tents down and rip them out of the tents. They don't pray for that long when they pray. They're in here for a long time, allegedly praying. They're probably playing Jenga in the tent. And for the sourcing, this is WSYX ABC6.
I do want to apologize for any profanities that you may hear over the course of this live segment. Again, I want to apologize for any profanities that you may hear over the course of this live segment. We are now standing in front of police. Our cameras are right in front of police. You can
see how the cops are whispering to them and talking to them, and they're being nice with them. The organizers will walk up to the cops, and the green hats. I'll see if we can pause it on the green hats, but this is a long video. It might be hard to find them. But the green hats will go around with clipboards and tell the cops who is going to be arrested. And then those people will start a little scuffle, and they'll pull them out, and they'll take them to jail. They'll get released, and then when they go to court, the case will get dropped. This is all paid for.
Hear people screaming. We're going to let that run for just a second. Again, I want to apologize for any profanities that you will hear over the course of this live segment. So it seems as we're going to take another walk around the circle. Maybe we can get closer inside so you can see what we're seeing, as I had mentioned.
They're saying, let them pray, let them pray.
Let them pray, let them pray, let them pray.
Take a listen.
Let them pray, let them pray, let them pray, let them pray, let them pray.
See, this guy's probably about to get
We're trying to
grabbed.
zoom in here so you can see the group in the middle looks like they are trying to have a prayer session, and the folks in front are holding hands.
Yo, you see her head? There's this reel of this guy who has a mannequin head on top of his head, and he has the hoodie pulled up over it. So his head is like way up here, and he walks into the bathroom and he like looks over the stalls of people, but he's not actually looking over the stall. The mannequin head on top of his head is looking over the stall, and then the people in the stall freak out, and he's like walking around. She looks just like that guy.
Giving them a
Who wears a hoodie like this? Come on, girl.
second to do that.
Let them pray, let them pray.
We're going to continue to move around the circle. Folks, and so you can see the group in the middle looks like they are trying to have a prayer
This
session,
guy right here.
and the folks in front are holding hands, giving them a second to do that.
Let them pray, let them pray.
We're going to continue to move around the circle so you can see what's happening.
CPD, KKK, IDF are all the same. Look at this little fragile little bunny. She has tissue stuffed in her ears because of the noise pollution. Look at this fragile little snow bunny. Look at this dumb. She's got toilet paper stuffed in her ears. It's noise pollution. Ah, this dummy's still wearing. They're both still wearing masks. Oh my gosh. Is that to protect you from COVID? You stuff toilet paper in your ears?
And as for law enforcement, we've seen CPD, Highway Patrol is here, state troopers, state highway patrol. This seems to be the first one on the. We have one woman being dragged.
So see, you make sure that you make a scene, let your feet drag. You're gonna get pictures taken. It's gonna be, this is your moment.
Away by officers right now. There is also someone on the ground who is in handcuffs. This seems to be the first 2 arrests of the night. They are dragging that woman down. Absolutely. Sorry, officer. Thank you. We've been asked to back away, and that's what we're doing at the moment. Again, hear a lot of shouting and some profanities. I want to again apologize to viewers if you hear any profanity on this live stream.
I'm trying to show you the green hats.
You can see.
There we go. Found them.
And as for
of their with protests
since we've been here throughout the night.
Watch.
Stephanie, I want to ask you another question. As you've been speaking with protesters tonight, have they given you any idea for their specific goal?
Now, this guy, he's looking at his clipboard. He's talking to the police. He's an organizer. He's a green hat. They're like the safety patrol.
Of their protest tonight.
See how he's talking to the officer, and he's got a clipboard in his hand. I'm not sure where it is, but you see him and his friend walking around with a clipboard around the outskirts of the circle, and they're going up to all the cops with their clipboard.
And as for protest goals, you know, they just...
And see, the cameraman got away from that real quick because he knows what's up.
Want themselves, you know, to be heard. I believe, you know, earlier we were talking to folks out here who had said they, you know, they have, you know, issues here with the university and, you know, things that they don't really... Oh, I apologize. I just got pushed again. I'm trying to get to a better space so I can sit and speak with you. Again, the goal, people tonight who said of the
order to leave
and
leaving the scene.
Personally seen anybody from the group specifically leave. There are people surrounding campus right now here at South Oval, kind of watching everything. Police are running right into the circle. We're trying to give you a better vision of this happening.
Just arrest all of them.
Moments here tonight. Again, as you heard from that professor I just spoke to earlier, instructor, she said she did not anticipate this to happen tonight.
There's
or
a green hat.
This type of degree. I do want to say that, you know, 3 people were arrested this afternoon, of course, throughout the day. Again, there's way more.
And he'll stay near the press too, because usually the press is going to be kept safe too. The press is part of it as well.
Being arrested tonight, but you know, when we got here, we had crews here all day. But when I got here personally, I heard police maybe address the crowd. I would say 1 or 2 times per hour happening. So we're watching, and again, as we're seeing right now, some folks hanging on tight to that, and they're being shot.
That right now might be a little.
But now I want to show one more thing where she talks to one of the organizers. Oh wait, here we go.
Again, we've been.
And seeing police here, how does that make you feel?
I mean, this is what we expected, but I am okay with
This is what we expected. Here's your green hats. These 2 frat boys.
this. I made this decision.
See him? He's got his papers here. He's talking to the officers. They stay on the outskirts. They talk to the officers. They say, here's our list of names. That guy right there, he's ready. Take him. And then they put on a little show.
Because I believe in things, and if people believe in things, then they need to stand up. Because a lot of people are not standing up.
Thank you very much. So we're gonna. I've been asked to move by police. I believe I just got asked again, so that's what I'm going to do. They did let me stand there to talk to that protester for a second, so I'm going to move in this moment. Again, increasing, you know, tensions.
This is ridiculous. Anyway, I just want to show one scene where she talks to one of the organizers. This guy.
And Bob and Station, you know, as you guys, you know, I'm just hearing now, we got
amount of violence.
Your tents are destroyed.
The tents are destroyed.
Oh yeah, I didn't show where the cops walk in and start tearing the tents up and ripping them out of the tents. It's pretty funny. But this guy's one of the organizers of the event, and she follows him around and talks to him a lot.
Our spirits are not. We're actually going to move people out of here because the officers have been so incredibly violent. We know we have to leave in order to protect our community. And that's our biggest goal, is protecting our community, making sure that their voices are heard. We believe that their voices have been heard today as problems have been raised and people's consciousness.
Look at this angry little Muslim guy in the background.
This has been raised, and anybody can see the amount of violence that people are going through here right now at OSU.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. And Bob and Station, you know, as you guys, you know, I'm just hearing now, we got right into the middle of the circle. We've been trying to get.
I think for the most part, the natural stance of conservatives has always been to support Israel over Muslim terrorists. The I don't know if I agree with that, but that's always been kind of the Republican right side. Christians, Judeo-Christian, we've had that idea forced down our throat. And so we're supposed to be on the same side as the Jews, which I don't know. I'm not on the same side as either of them. I'm on Jesus' side, but and America's side, not Israel's side, but that's kind of always been it's always been right wing to be pro-Israel.
In this specific space for hours the entire day. So I want to toss it over to you guys for a second so maybe we can
All right, enough of this one. They end up getting pushed off the campus. They walk down the streets for a while. Then they're all out in the road. Yeah, that's way better, officers. Disperse them from the one organized spot that they're in on a college campus, hidden away from the rest of the world. Chase them out into the streets. That's a good idea. That's how you start a riot. Luckily, these kids ain't really about that life.
You're seeing what intersection that is.
There's your green hats over here.
Sorry, I just had to take a second. We are now on the corner of College Road. So we have made our way, not just me, but...
Okay. So there's one campus. Let's see what happened I haven't watched this next video yet.
Protesters camping out on the...
It's only 2 minutes, but this is George Washington University. Police tear down borders from Fox News. We'll watch this, then we'll read a couple things and watch one more video.
George Washington University campus, and this is what is left of the massive demonstration from overnight, which saw hundreds occupying the campus, tearing down barricades, look at that on your screen, and railing against the police presence well into the early morning hours. It's also capping a weekend of very heated protests that saw physical confrontations at a lot of schools across our country. Ashley Strohmeyer is here with the very latest.
So see, I was going to say in the last video, I don't see any green vests. Usually you'll have the green hats and the green vests. The green vests are like security. They're the ones who, when you show up at these things, they kind of crowd around you and they follow you around. They stop you from talking to people. They get in front of you. If you start doing like an interview or start talking to somebody, they'll get in front of you. If you saw my video when I went to the Roe v. Wade protest thing, you saw those guys were following me around and they were walking real close to me. Unfortunately, here in Utah, it's not big boys like this with ski masks on their face. It's nerdy kids whose mommy and daddies have taken care of them their whole life. Little Mormon, I hate the Mormons. I don't like religion. Those type of kids. They're like dorks. That's the green vest that we have in Utah. Our Antifa is a bunch of little punks. But I have seen them before. I've seen the green hats. I've seen the green vests. They didn't really stop me from talking to anybody because I would just walk faster than them. But they do crowd around you. Then they kind of make a circle around you, and they'll just follow around and walk around you the whole time. And it's like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, buddy? Put your hand on me.
Stash.
Yeah, good morning, Pat. Several universities saw demonstrations over the weekend, and what you're going to take a look at live right now is George Washington University, where protests are happening as we speak.
There's like 5 people there. That looks like the bar that Jalen goes to.
Protesters tearing down police barricades, and video shows protesters stacking those barricades and then planting a Palestinian flag in them. It follows a day of arrests on at least 4 university campuses.
I wonder if there's a picture of them all putting the flag in there, like the was it Washington after he crossed the Delaware when they put the flag in the ground? You know that statue where it's all the guys helping the dude put up the flag? What is that monument? Have they ripped that monument down yet? Kind of looks like this. I wonder if there's a picture of all these like fake Muslim kids sticking this flag into this thing of metal. You could walk there. Is that happening near you, Tomas? Go get us some footage. We need some on-the-ground reporting from our correspondent near George Washington University, Tomas. Let's get some footy. Dang. Just brisk walked. Yeah, brisk walk. They can't keep up. They got lost in the crowd.
and days-long encampments after students called for their schools to stop giving aid to Israel and a ceasefire. There have been more than 900 arrests nationwide since April 18th. And then on Sunday, UCLA said in a statement there were physical altercations on campus. It was after demonstrators
Look at these
breached
scumbags.
security barriers.
Look at these scumbags wearing ski masks. You're here for a peaceful protest. You're a damn agitator, and you have a green vest, so you're like in charge. But the real ones you need to worry about are these ones wearing all black and black gloves and the black face masks and stuff, because they'll just walk up and like hit you in the back of the head with something. I got padding though. I got a natural blindside protection. You try to hit me with something in the back of my head, I got a cushion. I got a little pillow. This is my pillow.
Separate the two opposing protesting groups. And then at Virginia Tech, police told pro-Palestinian protesters if they didn't leave, they would be arrested.
Oh, you got hog tie, boy, girl.
On campus had the potential to become.
And in that other video, I watched the whole thing the other day. The majority of the people getting arrested are girls. A lot of girls. There's a girl. Maybe it's a girl. Could be a guy. I don't know anymore. You can't really tell anymore, but a lot of girls. Oh, the organizers of these things are girls. You know, women form consensus. When you pull at the heartstrings of the ladies, you can get a movement going.
Unsafe. Now, these were just some.
They beheaded 48 babies. Shut up.
Of the scenes across the nation on different university campuses over the weekend. Meanwhile, as college administrators across the country try to balance that free speech and inclusivity, protesters are trying to seek amnesty to keep arrest and suspensions from haunting them.
What are you crying for, bitch? You knew what you were doing. Now you're getting arrested and you're crying.
But Representative Mike Lawler says Congress needs to step up and end this.
Anti-Semitism has been brewing on college campuses for years. These students have been peddling in it, promoting the BDS movement, and really, obviously, in the aftermath of October 7th.
BDS movement? What is that? Bondage, sadomasochism? What is BDS? Isn't that like a Korean pop group, K-pop group?
It has been hypercharged, and Congress must act to crack down on it, because these universities and college presidents and administrators are failing in their responsibility to keep these students safe.
And then the New Orleans Police Department says 4 officers.
Yeah, imagine how many homeless tent dwellers are running up in that campus. What a mess. Yeah. So all that. Let me read a couple more articles, and then we will watch this University of Texas footage that gets pretty intense. This is from the Washington Post. It says students pose in their graduation gowns Thursday as other Columbia University students participate in an ongoing pro-Palestinian encampment on campus. So you got some Asian kids that are graduating college, you know, of course. While these Asian kids are going to college to get more knowledge, these idiots are in Jupiter getting more stupider, right? These Asian kids, you know, worked hard to get into college because they don't get let in as easily as some other races, including white people. I got to be careful what I say here because I don't want to give Jalen any ammunition for our debate, but if there's one point he will make me concede on, it is that systemic racism does exist. This is what most conservatives will not tell you. They'll say racism is real. Hating somebody because of their skin color is real. But systemic racism is fake. Wrong. Racism is fake. Systemic racism is real because it's artificially created to encourage fake racism and spread a false divide. There is systemic racism. It's called affirmative action. It's called diversity hires at work. It's called diversity, equity, and inclusion training. It's called forced immigration. There is systemic racism because that's the system imposing a fake artificial idea onto people to make them believe that it's real and hate each other. So see, I just gave Jalen a little piece of ammunition. We're dropping little breadcrumbs for him to help him out here. But yeah, we have some Asian kids that had to score higher than all these other kids to get into college. So they're focused on their classwork. They're going to be engineers, mathematicians, creating great technologies to take home to China. Meanwhile, all the white girls are in tents, practicing for homelessness when they get out of college. Amazing. 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 I don't need to read this article. I just wanted to show that image because, yeah, it makes perfect sense. This is America, right? We're all going to be living in tents in 5 years on the streets. This is China getting stronger, smarter, faster, more technologically advanced, more politically dominant globally. This is China. This is America. Start learning Mandarin now. Crazy. Last story, and then we'll watch one last video from Utah. They did create a memorial. So they're not protesting. We read that earlier, but they did create a memorial at the city-county building. This is the same city-county building where the mayor works, the communist gender studies degree, diversity, equity, inclusion, green energy mayor that we have that is building a lot of, she's really making the parks look really nice. A lot of new art installments, a lot of new green energy initiatives, a lot of diversity and equity and inclusion hires, shutting down small businesses, building up bigger businesses because of COVID, lockdowns in Salt Lake City, BLM riots because the mayor imports protesters and let them burn down the city, break all the windows at the mall, steal stuff from the Foot Locker, break the windows at the city-county building. This is that same city-county building. Same place I was at during the BLM riots, same place I was at during the Roe v. Wade protest is this building. They put this this Israel-Palestine memorial, and it has all these signs of children. Asma and Mima, 4 years old. And look at it. It looks like garbage. How can I blow this up? How can I can't make this bigger? How do I... Is there a way to make this bigger? I can make it bigger for you guys, but I can't make it bigger for me. And I don't want to mess with my frames. So, but anyway, it looks like crap. There's like cardboard everywhere. There's trash everywhere. And then there's a bunch of Palestinian flags. Maybe I'll go walk around at this and make a little short for you guys. But here's our city-county building. This is where they busted the windows out, and then they gave them a mural and a day off of work for it. Anyway, so that's what Utah's doing. It's not the college, it's the mayor that's doing it here. Not surprising. A memorial. Oh. Boycott, divest, sanction. Yeah, start looking at Craigslist, Nada. You can be one of my on-the-ground reporters, too. If you get out to one of these protests, get me some footy. All right, let's see what's going on from Fox News with the University of Texas standoff. I think this is the clip we saw with the green vest guys wearing ski masks, attacking people, and they're the security of the event. Bunch of dirty hippies. Imagine what it smells like there. It probably smells like a bunch of salmon eggs. This is 7 minutes. I'll be back in 10 seconds. I gotta get coffee.
From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Back up! Back up!
watching my friend lay face down in the muck. I just got a push alert for Twitter Occupy Democrats account. Huh.
Stay back.
Wrestling is two guys without pants fighting over a belt. Huh. Kind of ironic. These guys all look like they hate their life right now. It's loud. It's hot. They're sweating. They got all this gear on. They're like, oh my God, these kids are stupid. In what way is a police force the same as the KKK, the same as the IDF fighting terrorists, bombing terrorists? In what way are those things the same? Now, I love seeing this stuff. I know some of you more libertarian, cop-hating types who might as well be BLM or Antifa. You commies like producer, the commie. I'm sure you think this is horrible authoritarianism, evil law enforcement officers breaking up these poor college students and their First Amendment rights. I think this is awesome. Get them. Get them, boys. That's what we pay you for, buddy. Oh, that cop just took a fall. I will say one thing. After watching all this happen this week, I will say one thing about BLM. They get things done. They mean business. When BLM decides that they're going to do nationwide peaceful protests, what, $4 billion in damage, over 40 casualties, businesses shut down, people killed, every store looted, stores robbed. I saw Terry in a stream one time downplaying she called into some, was that you, Terry? Somebody's like, people take it too seriously. Cities didn't get burnt down. There's $4 billion in damage and 40 casualties across the country for 3 months. What are you talking about? They didn't burn down cities. The whole strip in Salt Lake City, Utah was shut down for a month when COVID was over. They were just starting to open things back up. They broke every single window at the City Creek Mall. They robbed every single store at the City Creek Mall. They broke every single window of every business on our main street strip leading up to the Mormon Temple. In between the City County building and the Capitol building and the Mormon Temple, every business was broken into. Multiple fires all across the country. There were like 3 buildings lit on fire in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Buildings were lit on fire everywhere. Churches were lit on fire. They freaking stormed the Capitol. What do you mean? They did tons of damage for 3 months. So I'll give it to them. BLM knows how to organize and knows how to get ish done. When they say they're going to do something, they do it. Whereas these college kids are just dumb. We're gonna practice for homelessness on a college campus. Maybe it wasn't Terry who said that. Somebody was calling a show or something and downplaying it. Like, well, it wasn't that big of a deal. Don't forget about it. Don't let them memory hole you with that. Don't let them memory hole you on what happened for 3 months during that crap. Don't let them memory hole you from COVID. Don't let them memory hole you from the Hunter laptop. We're going to just forget about this stuff. I don't even know if it's you who said it. I just thought it was you who said it. Some girl called and she's like, well, it wasn't that big of a deal. It wasn't like they burnt the whole city down. Yeah, they didn't burn the whole city down. You can't burn a whole city down. They didn't have a fake nuke, but yes, they did $4 billion in damage. We could have almost built a wall with that money, but we have to clean up after BLM. And then the governments wouldn't let private cleaning crews go into the cities to clean up because the Democrat mayors, women mayors of these cities needed to build a new art installment. So they got kickbacks from the city. Taxpayers had to pay for all this damage, pay for the cleanup crew. And then the extra money that was left over, they built an art installment. We got a new mirror ball in the middle of Times Square, in Town Square, or whatever. Yes, they didn't actually burn down the whole city. You're right. Let's skip through this a little bit. Let's try to find the green hats. Oh no. Hold on.
Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free.
There's so many. Oh my gosh. They're all confused about their gender and their sexuality. I can just tell.
Free Palestine!
This guy looking like a damn terrorist. Somebody needs to tackle him. I would just love to see one of these guys just spear him. Spear him into the dirt. I want to see an impression like Dragon Ball. Like he just got blasted into like where they hit the ground and they slide across it and there's a pile of dirt by their head. I want to see that happen to this kid.
Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine!
Yeah, mystery bricks. There's just a random... Joe, tell us what you're seeing down there. Well, Bob, it seems like there's a mysterious pallet of bricks that just got left out, and the protesters have discovered it because it's 10 feet away from the police car that was left unlocked in the middle of the street, unattended, that they flipped over and lit on fire. You know, so the police force needed a new cruiser, so they had an old cruiser that they left on the corner, unattended, in the middle of where the demonstration, the protest, the riot was starting. They just leave an unoccupied police car unlocked there with no guns in it, nothing, no computers in it. It's just an empty shell vehicle because they need a new cruiser. So we'll leave it there so the rioters can flip it over and light it on fire. And then look, there's a giant pallet of bricks right next to it. What the? Man, we're so lucky during this riot. We're so lucky. Oh, look, they left us some Molotov cocktails by the church. No, that didn't happen, but they did light a church on fire. And then, remember, they lit the church on fire, so Trump went out of his way to stop by that church and get in front of that church and hold a Bible up and say, we need God back in America. They're burning down churches right now. Historic churches. They're burning them down. We need God in America. And all the liberals and Democrats freaked out. Trump did a photo op with the Bible, and he's not a Christian man. He did a photo op with the Bible for publicity, and he's holding the Bible upside down. That's because he worships Satan. That's what they were talking about, not the fact that the church got burnt down. I got in arguments with Democrats on my Facebook page when that happened because one of my friend's mom is super Democrat, and she posts a picture of Trump holding the Bible, and it's upside down. She says, "This idiot doesn't even know Jesus or the Bible. He's holding it upside down for his photo shoot. And I said, you're not going to comment on the fact that the church behind him got burnt down almost? Partially. They put it out, but you're not going to talk about the fact that they tried to burn down the church? You're going to talk about the fact that Trump took a picture in front of the building and was holding the Bible upside down. You don't care about the burnt down church behind him? People are idiots. See, she's a green hat, but she's not wearing a green hat. They're trying, because they know that commentators figured it out and we're calling it out now. So now they're not wearing the green hats. They're wearing the black hats. Just because you push something out of your salmon factory doesn't mean you get to say dumb stuff and I don't argue with you. That's never going to happen. I don't care how many babies you had. Y'all are crazy. They played it in reverse. Maybe it was photoshopped upside down. Maybe. They played it in reverse? That wouldn't make it upside down. They played it, flipped it and reversed it. Shamag, I think those scarves are called. They are great for camping and survival carry. Many uses, but I have trouble not associating it with the Allahu Akbar crap. Ah, interesting. Yeah, it's like a blanket scarf. It's like a scarf blanket. Enough salmon references. No, we got to talk about the salmon. Oh, just tackle this man-titty little boy. Tackle him. Perpetual child. Bro, work on your estrogen. Somebody needs to get this boy some salmon eggs. This is our Vietnam. I don't know a whole lot about like the protests that were the hippies and the stuff, the protesting for Vietnam, but from what I've seen, things like Woodstock got crazy. But weren't they pretty like chill? Weren't they all just a bunch of potheads tripping on acid in the grass, smelling flowers and having sex? Were they like, was there stuff like this during the Vietnam protest? Probably. Huh. I don't know. No, 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 no. See, I told you, it's a lot of girls getting arrested. And there's your green hat running to get her name because we got to know who we have to bail out. And I didn't play it, but in that one long video, another girl. In that one long video, she's kind of pretty. So they're not wearing green hats in this one. They're wearing black hats. But you see how they're running and they're writing their names down. They're going to bond them out, bail them out. If they even have a bail, if they're not processed and released. But they're going to take care of the court stuff for them, all with donations from Democrats and lobbyist groups. So that's what we're dealing with, America. That's that's the futures of the country right there. Those are the people who are going to be taking care of you and paying taxes for you. That's who your Social Security is going to. That's who's where your tax money's going to. Those are the ones who are going to take care of us in the future. Might as well just move to Hungary now. It was SRS. In his defense, it's hard to walk on those grass heels. It's hard to walk on grass and heels. Oh, yeah. He got a dad bod, but he not a dad. Here's a movie you will understand. How can I probably can't watch it right now. Internet Archive. The House of Rothschilds. I will have to watch it later. I'll save it. Let me see, where am I saving it to? Save it to this one. Okay. I got it saved. Lord Spike. Shout out Lord Spike. We thanked you earlier for the amazing contribution that you made last week. I know you give silently, but I still want to thank you publicly. I didn't say the amount, but it was very generous of Lord Spike. So everybody thank Lord Spike. And y'all need to catch up. I'm trying to shill. I got to make some money. Floor's coming to America. I got to be able to take her to a nice dinner. So hit up the dang Cash App, y'all. Lord Spike's carrying all your weight. All right. Atlanta police is also going down in Atlanta. I'm not going to play any more of these videos, but there are more videos. There's lots of videos. It's going on all over the place. So that's that. Now, it's been a week. I think last week we didn't get to this segment. We got it this week, and we got a lot. Let me make sure they're all appropriate. Yeah, I think we're good. All right. Are you guys ready? My visa was approved for those who didn't know. Yes, Floor's visa was approved. So as soon as she gets a passport, she can travel to America. Oh, yeah. I told her, get that ass over here, girl. Let's go. We got an anchor baby to make. Dang. Dang. Better hurry up, Floor. I got ladies flocking. Ladies are flocking to your boy. I gotta beat them off with a stick. Pause. You better get out here before I pick up one of these blonde Mormon girls. I already have the passport. As soon as I get the visa printed, then I go. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be. You need to get here by White History Month. Yeah, but Tomas, if I'm white, I got enough white for both of us, first of all. Second all, I'm Germanic. I'm a Germanic wasp. Josh is all excited. Oh, I'm excited. I'm very excited. I got a lot of pent-up aggression that I need to unleash. Why not American Express? I was saying I got enough white for the both of us, so it'll still be a white baby. Plus, if we make it during White History Month, July is White History Month. If we make it during White History Month, it's gonna be the whitest baby you've ever seen. It's gonna be a boy. Okay. You guys know what time it is. It's time for the memes. Hold on. Let's go right here. Nice. All right. Capitalism breeds innovation. Capitalism. Popeyes, Carl's Jr., Zaxby's, Chick-fil-A, Sonic, Church's Chicken, KFC, Burger King, Jack in the Box, Wendy's, McDonald's, Arby's. Classic chicken sandwich. Man, that's so innovative. That's so innovative, capitalism. China. It's China. Next. Me. I would like to learn how to do my taxes. Public school. Molten rock is called magma. Molten rock is called magma. Oh, thank you, public school. Great. I really needed to know this. Hose. Jose. Hose. Jose. You get it? Do you get it? LSP is Mexican? I think he is kind of Mexican. Tomas is Mexican like me, but I think I love America more. All right, next. Speaking of Mexicans, you see Jose? The man in this photo was taken in 1946. This guy is Ken Shimizu. He is 35 years old. He has 2 children. Shimizu never runs, sleeps late, eats whatever he wants, even drinks beer instead of water. He eats dinner with many kinds of food every night. What does Shimizu do to get such a body? Shimizu doesn't have any secrets. Shimizu is the person sitting on the bottom left corner of the photo. As for the man standing in the middle, I'm not sure. Shout out Shimizu! Shimizu, let's go! Next. Guys, I got a new advertising gig. I got a new sponsor. And they're going to be paying me to say their name in every episode. If you didn't know, I'm going to be the new white sponsor for Depends. Extra large. Extra large Depends. You can thank Bibby for that. He made me that. I took the picture and I was like, Bibby, make me an edit. Put my face on this. So, guys, I'm the new sponsor for Depends. Did you know that? No way I am changing that. Next. Do you know who this is? Oh, crap. I forgot the caption. What is it? Oh, it's okay. I remember. Think for a second. It's not Hermione Granger. That's Eminem. Wait, how did they say it? Eminem Watson. Eminem Watson instead of Emma Watson. That's Eminem Watson. XL can fit a lot of P. Bro, the Depends at where I work. I was stalking them the other day and I took that picture, but they all have overweight black people. Well, there's one fat white girl. Well, actually, the black guy is not overweight. He's in shape. And then there's a black girl for the extra large, and she big. And then there's a white guy, and I'm like, could you imagine? And they're all like middle-aged. They're not old people. Could you imagine being a middle-aged, healthy young guy, and you're modeling, and you're on the cover of the Depends box? This is Eminem Watson. Next. Okay. I don't know if this is accurate. I just grabbed this screenshot. But I was going to use this in my little debate with Jalen, but I don't know how accurate this is. And I don't really understand the numbers. Relative frequency, 10 to the negative 4th power. That doesn't even make sense. Term frequency in popular U.S. papers. Race, racists, and racism. 1970. So blue line is New York Times. Red line is Los Angeles Times. Green line is Washington Post. Yellow line is Wall Street Journal. 1970 stays pretty consistent. The 80s, the 90s, it goes up a little bit. 2000s, it goes down. When does Barack Obama become president? Because right here around 2010, 2012, it skyrockets. It skyrockets. New York Times, 2010 to 2020, it went up by 712%. Los Angeles Times, it went up 756%. Washington Post 361%, Wall Street Journal 468%. That's increase in the use of the terms racist, racists, and racism in the mainstream media. Interesting. Hold on, let me see what. You're going to end up in prison within a year of Floor showing up? Hey, RB, what's your fucking problem, dude? You used to be kind of cool. Now you're a douchebag. Why don't you get your boy in check, stubborn one, and tell him to stop acting like a loser? Next! Fusion Ha! Free cell. Free cell. Get it? Frieza and Cell. Fuse. Free cell. Next. Me destroying the family computer with LimeWire. Look at all these ads. Next. 12-year-old me, the internet. I think Mr. Matt sent me this. 12-year-old me, the internet. Blue Waffle Girl, Octopus Girl, Tub Girl, Best Score, Lemon Party, Pain Olympics, Meat Spin, 2 girls woke up. Ah! Do not Google any of those terms, guys. Next, before you have a chance to Google it. Free cell is fun. I poured root beer into a square glass. Now I just have beer. You get it? You get it? Because the square root beer, squared. If you square the square root, then you get back to the original number. Now it's just beer. Get it? That's a math joke. Next. This is if Titanic happened in 2024. Watch out for the sharks, Rose! Oh my god! No. Next. Baby, please stop ish posting. You're not a niche internet micro celebrity. My 6 followers need me. Matt is racist. Don't blame me for RB. Can't take that boy anywhere. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. He just jumps into talk trash now. Like he used to have like interesting input. Now he just comes on and talks trash. Next. This caption said, my school, this isn't a meme. This is a real thing. Unless this is AI, but the shadow looks accurate. I don't think this is AI. The meme said, my school has a skateboard rack. And I just thought that was cool. Like, that's not a meme, but it's a skateboard rack. Now, to be fair, all you have to do, if skateboarders have skate tools, first observation, this is a Walmart board. This board has no pop. This is a Walmart board. You can see how flat it is. This board has no pop. Try ollieing this thing. Secondly, most skaters have a skate tool, and all you'd have to do is take out these screws, and you could get the skateboard out. But if the rack is at the school and it's by like the SRO building or the front office or something, it's going to take a while to get those off. It is a pretty good idea. If you don't want them walking around with their skateboards in school, I kind of like this. It's kind of cool. Latina. Hating you have a beautiful Latina as a wife. Oh, he's hating. Yeah. Jealousy, wolves, jealousy, jealousy, jealousy. All right, next. No good? You mean the skate rack is no good? I'm going to just let this one sit for a second. You guys can read it and get some laughs yourself. Get ready, guys. There's a new horror movie coming out. The human centipede ditty. The human centipede ditty. No, their flesh is his fantasy. Human centipede ditty. Soggy decks equal no pop. I like that clever storage board solution thing too. I thought it was pretty cool. All right, you guys are a little delayed, but this is probably the funniest one. Human centipede ditty. Ew! Next! Bro, she really keyed my boots because I don't have a car. What is life right now? She keyed my Lamborghinis, my real Chevrolets, my Volkswagens, my Fitsubishis. She got my Toyotas. She got my Rolls Royce. She keyed his shoes. It says, bitch. In the Timbs? How you going to key a working man's Timbs? I thought this was funny because I've heard Lamborghinis before and I've heard Chevrolets, but I've never heard Volkswagens, Fitsubishis, Toyotas, or Rolls Royce. Sean Poopy Combs. Ew. Ew. Next. Let's remember to eat our vegetables this year, not elect them. Sounds good. I agree with that. Let's remember that we don't elect anybody. The government decides who gets elected. Next. Okay, this is a meme that I've been seeing shared around in the meme groups. I got kicked out of one of the meme groups I was in. Haha, I showed them I don't have to be part of the group to steal your memes, dummies. And also, all of your memes are stolen anyway, so I'm not stealing anybody's memes. But anyway, and also, they're memes. You can't steal a meme. Anyway, I got kicked out of the meme group because every time the mod is a Christ hater, feminist, atheist woman who pretends to be conservative. And so every time she makes an anti-Christ meme or some like covertly feminist meme, I always comment on it like, you're so fake. Like, I just say something dumb, and she doesn't like me. So I think she banned me from the meme group. But I can still go on the meme group and get the memes, dummy. I didn't want to be part of your group anyway. All memes are stolen and meant to be stolen by design. Exactly. Exactly. I 100% agree. If you didn't see my very last meme drop, you got to at least show the Hitler one. I haven't checked it yet. I did see that you dumped some because I saw Stubborn One made 9 new posts or something like that. Let me see if I can. I'll find it at the end. But anyway, my point, I found this meme in that meme group that I got kicked out of. And people are sharing this meme. Let me tell you something, guys. Don't jump on the White History Month bandwagon, okay? Let me show you something. It is not White Pride Month. Pride is gay. That's what gay people do. There's already a Pride Month. I don't want a White Pride Month. We already have a Pride Month, and it's for gay people. So what is White Pride Month? White Gay People Month? No. It's not White Pride Month, guys. Hold on. Hold on, I'm coming back. I'm right here. I have a lot of black shirts. Why can't I find it? I'm having trouble finding it. Oh, here it is. How about we don't celebrate White Pride Month in July because there's already a White History Month in July. For 7 years, there's been a White History Month every July. I've tried starting 2 petitions on makechange.org to start White History Month, which has already been started as a holiday by Jesse Lee Peterson. I already have the t-shirt that says White History Month. This has been a thing for a long time. This is not a new thing. Don't let these Don't let these fugazis come in and change it to White Pride Month. We already have White History Month. It's already a thing. You know, I've tried to do 2 petitions and they both got shut down because it was hateful. It was a hateful rhetoric or something like that. But we already have White History Month in July. And whoever made this meme is a loser. No, we're not doing White Pride Month. All right. Well, I'll just ban you, RB. You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. I know you don't have no idea what you're talking about. So you can just go hang out somewhere else, loser. Just because you don't know what you're talking about, dummy. She got her visa by herself without me. She already got her visa. Duh. If she was just trying to use me for citizenship, she would have already been a citizenship. She wouldn't have left Utah 10 years ago when we got married, dumbass. You don't know what you're talking about. It's White History Month. But I'm glad you can figure out my whole life, my whole relationships just by hearing some stuff on the internet. Okay. A white guy petitioned for White History Month. Yeah, I know, and then it got they shut it down both times, which doesn't make any sense. So anyway, lame meme. It is not White Pride Month. Next, we got a lot of memes. We gotta go faster. Girls with Photoshop. Oh my God, I can make myself look pretty. Boys with Photoshop. Sang it. It's White History Month. I'm gonna celebrate with my friends. It's White History Month. Next. That's white history right there. Next. KFC. Right. Like, who wants to live in America? Are you crazy? That's all right. He's being dumb. KFC. When hippies become managers. KFC. 420 special. Let us pack you a bowl. Next. It's a joint. It says, I love nature so much. What a beautiful day. And then the last part of the joint, the birds work for the CIA. Next. When it's career day and your mom shows up with a webcam and a laptop. Oh, no. Oh, poor kid. Poor kid. Next. Miss Pac-Man was not a slut. For 25 cents, she ate balls till she died. Sounds kind of like a slut. Sounds like a slut to me, right? Yep. I don't know why I did a gong there, but I just felt like it. Next. Stormy Daniels releases sketch of the man that convinced her to tell her story. Yep. This is what Stormy Daniels is singing. Next. Reserved for green vehicles. Guy parks his green diesel truck there. Nice.
It's a man, baby.
Next. If the economy was doing great, you wouldn't have to tell people every day. We would know. This is true. Stop yelling at Kitty. My favorite meme template. Which one? Okay. Next. Boy, the older I get, the more I find myself talking to myself. And then his wife says, well, I think that's fairly. And he says, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to myself, woman. Next. Wife, did I get fat during quarantine? Husband, you were never really skinny. Time of death, 4/25/20, 11:23 p.m. Cause of death, coronavirus. Waka, 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 waka. Next. how dads feel when a stranger uses their driveway to turn around and, well, let's start the Crusades. Somebody's getting taken out today. Next. When you're trying to ignore the crackhead at the gas station and they say they have power tools for sale. Ugh, what brand? What brand? Next. Things may be tough now, but there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. The light at the end of the tunnel. Luke, I am your father. No, it can't be possible. Next. Marked safe from lying that my uncle was eaten by cannibals today. I wish I had a clip of Joe Biden doing that. I probably could find it real quick. Let me see. Joe Biden cannibals. Biden says uncle's remains were not recovered in World War II because of cannibals.
Hey, folks, our fundraising deadline is coming up, and I need your support to reach our goal.
Oh, okay.
You know, and my uncle, they called him Ambrose Brosey, they called him Bosey. My uncle Bosey.
My uncle Bosey.
A hell of an athlete.
My uncle, they called him Bosey. They called him Bosey. You have an uncle named Bosey? The hell kind of name is Bosey?
Told me when he was a kid.
The clown?
And he became an Army Air Corps before the Air Force came along. He flew those single-engine planes as reconnaissance over war zones.
Someplace.
He got shot down in New Guinea, and they never found the body because there were a lot of cannibals for real in that part of New Guinea.
Damn, Joe, your uncle Bosey got eaten by cannibals? What the heck? That was like 11 days ago. I never talked about it, but pretty funny. Eating cannibals is greater than getting eaten by cannibals. That might be true. Cannibal Japanese were real. Yeah, but he said New Guinea. That's Africa, right? Papua New Guinea or South America. They got Japs over there. Am I allowed to say that? It's just short for Japanese. Anyway, next. The only immigrant allowed in Martha's Vineyard. New Guinea too? Yeah, but they said they fact checked it and that he was never really over that area. His plane didn't, and I think he like came back and he was alive. Like the story was totally made up. Look at Barack. Next. This is what happens when you ask AI to make an image of Jesus flipping over the tables in the temple. You guys see my YouTube video where I went camping? I thought this meme was funny because it looks just like my thumbnail. Let me see if I can find it. Look. You see the thumbnail for this video right here? If I put my mouse on it, you can't see it. But look, I'm doing a backflip, and I look just like Jesus flipping over the tables. You can't really see it. It's too small. I wish there was a way I could blow up just the thumbnail. But in that picture right there, I look just like Jesus in this picture. Doing a dang backflip over the table. Let's go, Jesus! See, Jesus wasn't angry. Jesus wasn't angry when he flipped over the tables. He was doing a backflip. Nobody's ever done a backflip while they're angry. Next. At the hair salon, women, $100, look exactly the same. Men, go in looking like a Geico caveman, come out looking like Rico Suave for $10. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Next. The Trump trial. Jury has now been seated. It's a kangaroo court. Get it? Yes, you can say Jap. You can't say any of the following. No. No. I know what we can't say. Jesus doing a Christ air. Yeah. Next, people on Facebook be like, I'm in a lot of pain, guys, heading to the ER. Please send prayers. We'll be praying for you. You got a scratch on your arm. Oh, no. Next. Me, I can't afford all these groceries in my cart. Enter me. If you go through self-checkout, you could use the self-checkout. You must use the self-checkout line. You can get it for free. Don't do that, guys. Don't do that because they have facial recognition software in the cameras at the self-checkout lane. And what they'll do is they won't stop you. They'll let you take it, and they'll keep track of you. They make a digital profile of you at the store. And then every time you come in the store, they follow you around the store on the cameras at facial. If you walk into a store and you look up at the screen at the top where it shows you walking into the store, you see now there will be a green box around your face. That's the facial recognition software. One of the reasons they made us wear masks during COVID is because the facial recognition software was getting so advanced that it could just pick up, it can almost get to where it can pick up differences in eyeballs. And the eyeballs are the most descriptive part of the human body. Our eyeballs are more complex than our fingerprints, more unique than our fingerprints. So in order to have less points of reference, you block off half of the face, and the camera, it makes it easier to isolate the eyeballs. So anyway, when you walk into a store like that, they do facial recognition software. I'm sure theirs isn't that advanced that it's like examining your pupil, your irises or whatever. But eventually it will be that way, especially once we have quantum computing and 5G and all that stuff. But it's not there yet. But it does have facial recognition, and then the cameras will follow you through the store. And then when you go to self-checkout, they'll monitor what you're checking out. And if you steal something, they'll keep a list and they'll run a tab up on you. And they won't stop you until you get to a higher level crime, maybe a higher level misdemeanor, or maybe a felony even. They'll let you go for a while, and eventually they're going to stop you when you get out, and they're going to hit you with all of them at the same time. And you're going to get a real charge. Because if you're just stealing like $10 worth of stuff, they're not going to charge you for that. They might ban you from the store for 3 months. Maybe a lifetime ban if you've done it multiple times. But if they wait and they let you rack up a nice chunk of stolen goods, then they hit you with a big charge and you go to jail. So don't steal stuff from self-checkout. It's not good morally. It's not good logistically. It's good on your pockets, especially when a crazy economy, and especially when we're doing half of the work that the employees at the stores should be doing by ourselves. We don't get paid to check ourselves out. We should be allowed to make a mistake, but you're not. Don't try it. Next. Why in the heck does Dairy Queen give you a straw for their blizzards? It's not like you can actually use the dang thing. However, if you can, hit me up. Give me a call. Call me up. Hey, let's talk. Next. Yearbook quote Hall of Fame. I haven't lost my virginity because I never lose.
It's a man, baby.
Next. And the Oscar for Best Actor goes to the Palestine for playing the victim. Beta Palestine. Next. If she doesn't know which one's Goku, she ain't the one. Floor, answer quickly. Answer quickly. Which one's Goku? Which one's Goku? Quick. Answer quickly. You have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spoiler alert. It's a trick question. All 3 of these are technically Goku. Because Goku Black is Zamasu. Zamasu basically made a wish to have all of Goku's power. Basically, he wanted to be Goku. So in another universe, Zamasu actually became Goku in a different universe. And then he came to Universe 7 to fight Goku. So this is technically Goku from a different universe, possessed by Zamasu. This is Goten. This is Turles. That's Goku's dad. Or no, this is Bardock. That's Goku's dad. This is Turles. That's Goku's brother. This is also Goku, body changed with Ginyu. So these three are all technically Goku, but really this is the real Goku. Top right. Nada got there before you. That means she's the girl for me. Hey, what up, Nada? What up, Nada?
It's a man, baby.
Next. And that's it for the memes. Okay. Let me see the one Stubborn one sent me while I open these folders real quick. I think I can find it. He said share the Himmler one. Let me see, which folder did he send it to? Is it here? Okay. See, I'll probably end up showing these next week. Which one am I looking for? Look at this. What is this fat Mario? Nintendo once the DEI hits. Oh my god. I gotta save these for next week. But which one were you talking about? I gotta save these. Someone asked me. I'm trying to find which one you're talking about. I don't see one with that guy. Ooh, that girl was cute. I don't see it. Oh, the first one? Holocaust survivor dies during trip to Auschwitz. Got her. This is got her. Hold on. OBS? Last one. Got her. Anyway. That's it for the memes. Now that's it for the memes. For real this time. The top one. Nada is a man, baby. All right. Reels and rapid fire. Not a whole lot of stuff here to look at. All right. Hold on. Let's watch some funny reels. Do a little rapid fire news. We'll talk about the tornado that hit Oklahoma, as well as any other big news in rapid fire. Not really. All right.
So Gohan that when you spit it.
He said it's always Goku this or Gohan that.
Bro, okay, you love Dragon Balls. I get it, bro. My side bitch called me like, could you imagine, boo? If you hit it slow, but I got a girl, so I pay her a lot of green to keep my pickle low. She bad. She bad. Summer Madness crowd wouldn't boo ma. Her name's Chanel. She a diva. I hit it once, I went 8. Now she could tell I'm a leader. Nigga, please. You'll get a shell from the heater. For you to survive, the doctor have to put your cell in a freezer. Speaking of cell, we in LA. A lot of platinum albums were sold here. You nice, but with all them Super Saiyans, the most you can do is go gold here. I let that faux flare point the deuce, throw the beam in your mouth. I'll do the fusion dance with chillin' and steam in your house. Boy, always go.
Oh, it was a Dragon Ball freestyle. It was all right. It wasn't great. I could have done better. I did like the you can't imagine, boo. This one's funny. This kid calls this dog a child eater. He's probably getting a lot of backlash from social media.
This dog's kind of crazy with it. Hey, fool. Why you wooing at me, fool? Don't growl at me. I gotta watch you, fool. You're gonna bite someone. I don't know whose dog you are. You woo. Motherfucker. This fool crazy. I'm watching you, fool. You're gonna bite a fucking child.
Yeah.
Whose dog is this?
70%.
Yelling at me.
70% of children attacks by dogs attacking children. There's your culprit 70% of the time. That's a pretty high ratio.
Hey, come on. Weirdo.
Dang, baby mauler is what it is. Stop. Stop. That was a pretty good Fallen State, though. Here's Bobby Lee on Bad Friends. You're probably not supposed to show these, so I'm going to have to pause it.
Maybe you're right.
These comedian podcasts, they're like super crazy with their copyright strikes. But this is like a short. This is for Jalen. This is when people don't know what they're talking about, and it's kind of funny. They're talking about Korea, and he says Korea doesn't have a history of oppression and slavery.
But some societies, like Koreans, they might have a God complex, but they don't have a history of oppressing another group of people.
Each other, right?
Are you fucking out of your mind?
What the fuck?
What do you mean?
He doesn't know. What do you mean? I don't know if this is a bit, but he looks actually surprised by what they're about to show him when it happens.
You don't think Asians had they didn't oppress?
Koreans didn't have slaves. We didn't fly.
Did Koreans have slaves?
Yeah, Google that.
Yeah, because I think that's fucking wrong.
Now, let's take bets. Who thinks Koreans did not have slaves? Press 1. Who thinks Koreans did have slaves? Press 2. If you believe Koreans did have slaves, what race do you think they were? Do you think they were black slaves? Do you think, because slavery is all about racism, right? Do you think they were black slaves that the Koreans had? Maybe they were white slaves? Or do you think they were other Korean slaves? Koreans enslaving Koreans? Which do you think it is? Put your answers in now before they Google it. Get your answers in. Get your answers in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play the clip.
Somebody built them pyramids. It wasn't just somebody like, we're going to go.
Korea had the longest unbroken chain. Korea had the longest unbroken chain of slavery of any society in history, spanning 1,500 years. Fuck off.
That's not what it says. Zoom it in. My eyes are blurry.
Go
Zoom
back,
it in. Go
Carlos.
back. I want to read it. All right.
Read it out loud, you piece of shit.
Get close. All right. Korea had the longest unbroken chain of slavery of any society in history. Fuck, bro. Holy shit.
You guys are fucking scumbags.
And they were other Koreans. Asians enslaving Asians. Crazy. Crazy. All right. This next one has a little video to go with it. News story. Iranian MMA fighter kicks ring girl before match in Russia. Banned from competition for life. So I thought this was fake at first, but I've read it from a lot of different news sources that apparently it's real. But I will say this. If you've ever watched these Russian MMA things, I think they're all fake. Like, I think it's all fake because they'll do fights where like a fat 300-pound guy will fight like 3 midget women and just beat up on them. And then they'll do fights where one time this like world-class wrestler girl fought a big old fat guy and she beat him. And sometimes it'll be like 2-on-1 or 3-on-1. They do a lot of crazy stuff. Or like a one-armed guy will fight like a midget or a munch. I don't know the right word I'm supposed to say. Sorry, YouTube. A small person, a little person, a dwarf, a munchkin, a midget, a lollipop kid, a troll, a runt. What do I say? I thought he was just giving her a pat on the rear. That's what it looked like to me. You saw this? So, Iranian MMA fighter Ali Hibati kicked a ring girl's bottom during a match in Russia, leading to a lifetime suspension. He later posted an apology, but received criticism for his actions. Now, when I read the article, I didn't see the second half of this video happen. I think they might be taking a clip from another, because I've watched these before on the channel. What's his name? Adonis. Something Adonis. He always does reaction videos to these Russian fight things. I think they're like all fake. So at the end, when he kicks her in the butt, that's real. But then at the end, it shows him running and getting jumped by a bunch of guys. When I read this story, which I'm not going to read it all to you guys, when you read the story, that never happened. So I don't know what is going on in the second half of this video or what this is footage from, but let's watch.
В данном случае сокомментаторы болеют.
Also, they don't like when you play Russian media on YouTube, so we're going to pause a lot.
Против одного, то есть Александр будет болеть против Али.
Look at her dancing all provocative. You're going to have a girl wearing next to nothing in a ring with a bunch of testosteroned out fighters who've been training, probably been retaining their man's fluids for a long time because they're getting prepped for the fight. You're going to have a half-naked girl walk around in front of these Iranian dudes. What are you, crazy? What do you expect is going to happen? I'm surprised she didn't get graped in the middle of the ring.
Это все-таки спорт, что
And that's all it is. He just taps her on the butt with his foot. So watch again. Right here, he's going to tap her on the butt with his foot. Oh, it stopped. Chiseled Adonis. Yeah, that guy. He is funny. Man, now it's not playing. I'll try to refresh it.
В данном случае сокомментаторы болеют против одного, то есть Александр будет болеть против Алихи Бати. Это все-таки спорт, что находится именно в октагоне. Ну, а мои сейчас очень некрасивое поведение от Али. Свинское поведение, о котором я вам и говорил, это ужасно.
So this. So a bunch of guys ran up and jumped him and whooped him. Now, in the story, it doesn't say that happened. It says he walked out and then he apologized later. But if you've watched these Russian fight things before, this happens in every freaking episode. Sometimes the whole squad will run up and jump into the ring during the fight. It's very common on this. So I think it might be all for show. But maybe it is a show. Maybe it is like fake. A lot of the entertainment aspect of it is fake. But he wasn't supposed to kick her in the butt. And they're saying he got banned for life. I don't know how real it is, but kind of interesting. What else do we got? Check this story out. This is pretty cool. Let's watch the video. AI-powered new...
If lawn care were easy, everyone...
So this is a new competitor for the for the Ring doorbell cameras. You know the Ring doorbell cameras? This is a new competitor that shoots paintballs with tear gas at intruders. Let's watch.
I'm Kurt the Cyber Guy. Detecting AI security cam is every criminal's worst nightmare. I'm Kurt the Cyber Guy.
I don't think a paintball is my worst nightmare, but okay. If I were a criminal breaking into a house, I don't know how much a paintball is going to deter me, but...
Follow me at cyberguy.com where you get my newsletter for free. Eve is a security cam that uses face detection AI and will launch paintballs and tear gas pellets at people it doesn't recognize. Check this out. You're walking into your house with someone new.
I don't know how safe that is. I also don't know how dangerous it is. Like, I don't think... How much CO2 do you think this thing has on it to propel a paintball that's really going to hurt somebody? Like, paintballs really don't hurt that bad. I've taken a paintball gun and blasted myself in the arm just for fun, just to show somebody who's never played paintball, like, look, boom. Yeah, you got a big welt and it stings for a little bit, but it's not going to incapacitate you. You're going to be fine, and you got a cool battle scar to show off. But you need a tank of CO2 this big or compressed air. This thing's not that big. How many shots can it fire? Also, what if an innocent child walks up into your yard to get their ball? Remember that little girl that went up in the yard to get her ball and she got shot by that crazy guy? I don't know about this.
It'll even ask you if it should make the shot or not. What? If the unknown individual is alone, however, Eve will yell out, "You're identified as non-authorized. You have 5 seconds to leave the property." Eve also uses its camera to record the incident and store it in the cloud.
Look at this guy in the ad. He's all sweaty and he's in his bed naked with his wife. What a weird commercial. You can't see it. My face cam's in the way. Look at this guy and his wife are in the bed naked looking at their phone. It's an old man with a young, pretty looking girl, and they're both all sweaty.
That way, if the individual gets away, they'll stand a better chance of being caught.
You see that? What is this ad?
They'll stand a better chance of being leave the property. Eve also uses its camera to record the incident.
And they're like in bed, sweaty and naked, watching a dog video. What the hell is this ad?
And store it in the cloud. That way, if the individual gets away, they'll stand a better chance of being caught red-handed later on with a positive ID. The paint cam will officially launch this month. No telling what else they'll figure out to launch from the cam. More crazy cool tech like this at cyberguy.com. Are you getting my newsletter? All you have to do is open a browser, go to cyberguy.com and click the little red button.
They said they have tear gas paintballs. Now that might be effective. I would just freeze the paintballs. Then you basically have a turret gun on your house. Now that would be pretty cool. Nice. That seems fake. Which seems fake? The butt kick or the security cam? I got hit in my forehead right above my goggles with a paintball. Splat. All I saw was orange paint. They're hot. Yeah, what is that ad? What is that commercial? All right. Lots of stories about this. An orbiter captured images of spiders on Mars in Inca City. But what is it really? The Mars orbiter images appear to suggest that the red planet has succumbed to an infestation of creepy crawlies. But what's really going on has to do with a carbon dioxide eruption. One look at recent images released by European Space Agency may cause you to wonder if spiders are on the cusp of busting forth into the Martian surface. But arachnophobes have nothing to fear. Even if the Mars orbiter images appear to suggest that the red planet has succumbed to an infestation of creepy crawlies, rather a strange chemical reaction recently captured by European Space Agency probes is to blame for the spider-like features spotted at a formation known as Inca City in Mars, southern polar region. As the ESA explained, the images comprised of data gathered February 27th by the Mars Express orbiter show cluster dots that form due to seasonal eruptions of carbon dioxide gas. So it's little pockets of carbon dioxide, little explosions, little geysers on the surface of Mars are blowing up and they're cracking the surface. And it looks like little spiders are all over the surface. This is what it looks like. That's pretty wild, huh? That's pretty wild. Let's see what the video's talking about. Okay, this is a video that doesn't have to do with the article. That's a robot space dog. But these are the spiders on Mars. Spiders on Mars. Interesting. When the dust settles back down, it etches patterns into the surface and beneath the ice that manifests as dark blotches resembling the spindly legs and bodies of spiders. The process is unlike anything seen on Earth. Let's see if they got any more pictures of the spiders. So, spiders on Mars aren't really spiders on Mars. Let's go to this Kristi Noem story. Some politics stuff. Ziggy Stardust told us about this. It was really fun. I went right back in the next round. Yeah, it ain't that bad. Compressed air nail gun, 5,000 nails per cylinder. Cylinder is 1 inch by 3 inches. So just a little CO2 thing, and it shoots 5,000 nails. That's crazy. Okay, maybe they've got more advanced with the technology. Kristi Noem wrote in her new book a story about how she had to take her dog out to the gravel pit and shoot it, which is a sad thing. Which, and leftists apparently never saw the movie Old Yeller. It's a common thing that people do on farms and stuff. Instead of paying a vet a whole bunch of money to euthanize your dog, when the dog's getting old, you go put it down. You take the .22 and you just blast it. Anyway, and Kristi Noem lives in a country area, North Dakota or South Dakota, whichever one. They're both bunch of nothing up there. So she put in her book that she shot her dog and threw it in the gravel pit, and that it was a very tough thing that she had to go through. And the Democrats are attacking her, and they did a photo campaign where they all took pictures of their pets, and they said, Democrats, take a picture of you not shooting your animal. And so they all took pictures with their pets. And it's like, Democrats are so dumb. The story of Nome shooting and killing her 14-month-old puppy has taken a toll on the potential VP pick's public image. And this is like what they're reporting on. Amid waves of backlash from both sides of the aisle, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem on Sunday defended her decision to shoot and kill her 14-month-old puppy named Cricket. Now, why did it kill a 14-month-old puppy, I wonder? I can understand why some people are upset about a 20-year-old story of Cricket, one of the working dogs at our ranch, in my upcoming book, No Going Back. It's a story from 20 years ago, and they're freaking out. Fact is, South Dakota law states dogs who attack and kill livestock can be put down. Given that Cricket had shown aggressive behavior, probably a pit bull, toward people by biting them, I decided what I did, she added. Noem, until recently widely viewed as top contender, blah, 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 laid out the decision to kill the pup in her forthcoming memoir, No Going Back. In the startling anecdote first picked up by The Guardian, the book is set to be released May 7th publicly, for it says this book is packed with surprise story and practical lessons. In the book, Noem says she tried to focus the wire-haired pointer's, so it wasn't a pit bull, aggressive personality into hunting, but things didn't go as planned. Cricket went out of her mind with excitement, chasing all those birds and having the time of her life, and later attacked a neighbor's chickens. So Noem led the dog to a gravel pit and shot it. Now Democrats are taking pictures of them with their pets. Anyway, it's rapid fire news. Not really a big crazy story. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Before we wrap up with these tornadoes across the country, crazy weather patterns across the country, 4 deaths. Let's look at this. Biden says he plans to debate Trump. Biden says he plans to debate Trump. I hate Reuters. So many ads. New York, April 26, U.S. President Joe Biden said on Friday that he would participate in a debate with Donald Trump, his Republican opponent, in November's election. I am somewhere. I don't know when. I am somewhere. I don't know when. That was what he answered. The Democratic president said in an interview with broadcaster Howard Stern, I'm happy to debate him. The remarks were Biden's clearest yet on the prospect of a presidential debate. Biden had not previously committed to debate Trump, saying last month it would depend on the former president's behavior. He said something like, if I was him, I'd debate me too, because he doesn't have anything else to do. What do you mean? He has to go to court every day. You're so dumb, Joe.
Our country's going to hell, and we sit here day after day after day, which is their plan, because they think they might be able to eke out an election, but I doubt it, because the poll numbers are very good for us. I just want to say that I've invited Biden to debate. He can do it anytime he wants, including tonight. We're willing to do it Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, or Friday night on national television. We're ready. Just tell me where. We'll do it at the White House. That would be very comfortable, actually.
Let me back into my old residence. Be very comfortable. So hopefully that happens this week. That would be epic. We will definitely do a live broadcast to watch that. To wrap up the show, to wrap up rapid fire news, let's talk about these tornadoes. In Iowa, a man dies after being trapped in the basement during a Minden tornado.
Businesses, lives.
Marietta, Oklahoma,
Change.
Sulphur, Oklahoma. At least 4 killed from CNN weather. At least 4 killed in Oklahoma tornado outbreak as threat of severe storm continues from Missouri to Texas. At least 4 people are dead, including an infant, after a tornado outbreak in Oklahoma overnight, as severe storms threaten more twisters, heavy rain, and large hail from Missouri to Texas on Sunday. Multiple large and extremely dangerous tornadoes were reported on the ground simultaneously overnight Saturday across parts of Oklahoma, according to the National Weather Service. 2 deaths occurred in Holdenville and a third near Marietta on I-35, according to Kelly Kane, Public Affairs Director for the Oklahoma Department of Emergency Management and Homeland Security. A 4th death happened in the hard-hit town of Sulphur in Murray County, Oklahoma. Governor Kevin Stitt said at a Sunday news conference. The Weather Service confirmed 22 tornadoes in the Norman area, tornadoes of at least F3, EF3 strength. They call it EF now? I thought it was the Fujita scale. I thought it was F3. Now they call it an EF3. Slammed into Sulphur and Marietta on Saturday night. According to the Weather Service, an EF3 rating indicates wind speeds of 136 miles per hour or more. It seems like every business downtown has been destroyed now here in Sulphur, Sess said. It's definitely the most damage since I've been governor that I've seen. Added around 30 people were injured and their conditions are unknown. Let's see some video of the effects of this. This is from Marietta, Oklahoma. Semi's in the air. I watched one video of a guy that his car got flipped 5 times and he was out and walking around. He was all right. Look at that car is smashed. Just whole swaths of buildings and stuff's ripped out. They said it happened in like seconds. It just happened and it was over. And all this happened in like 30 seconds. Fixing the power lines. So there's a video, just some images, no audio. And then we have this video, also Oklahoma, but this is Sulphur, Oklahoma. Some survivors tell their stories. We'll listen to a couple of these. Some of this footage is the same though.
Of downtown Sulphur, Oklahoma.
Look at that, dude. Look at this. And listen to the lady tell you that it happened and it was over. All of this happened in a matter of seconds. Look at this. That's crazy. Tornadoes don't play.
And a really good example of the terrifying power of that nocturnal nightmare of a tornado. That
Nocturnal tornado.
This town.
Nighttime tornadoes. People don't get enough warning. It's not good.
Buildings wiped away. Businesses, lives changed in an instant.
Yeah, I didn't go to a shelter. My grandson did.
Hey, let's just talk about this lady's sweater. She's got a sick sweater. Look, it's furry, bunny.
I heard the tornado, roaring coming through, and we got the alert over the...
Yo, look at that sweater, though. That's a dope sweater.
Thing, but it was too late to go anywhere. The roar, the sound, and then I...
Look at the mailman's truck. It's in a building.
I heard a crash, glass splintering, and that type thing, and kind of a shudder. It scared me for a second, and then I thought, okay, I'm okay. My 3 dogs are with me. They're okay. I didn't realize what had happened. I stepped out when it was all over. I stepped out into my living room and looked, and I thought, oh, the ceilings fell in. But there's that big pecan tree missed me by maybe 6 foot. If it had been if the tree had fallen 6 foot closer or whatever, that tree would have got me. I'm here for a reason. God loves me. So
nice old lady.
Look
at this destruction.
I'm here for a reason. I don't know what it is other than raise a family and be there for them. All my family is safe.
And she got the greatest sweater on the block.
That's what matters to me. Things, they can be replaced.
You can see just how much damage this tornado caused. And again, in just mere moments, the screeching of alarms as power is out. A sort of soundtrack to this disaster.
That's pretty crazy. Okay. So big tornadoes, and then in Iowa, another tornado in Iowa. See the tornado that Fox weather meteorologists called the biggest wedge tornado I have ever seen. In Minden, Iowa, an Iowa man died Saturday from injuries sustained during Friday's tornado outbreak. The Iowa Homeland Security and Emergency Management Department confirmed Sunday the man was trapped in his basement after a massive wedge tornado swept through the town of Minden. His family member told local media first responders were able to free him and rushed him to a hospital late Friday, Media reports listed him as stable, but he succumbed to his injuries Saturday night. Let's see what this tornado looked like.
Now let's take you into Friday's tornado outbreak. This is Minden, Iowa, and I got to tell you, the imagery that we caught on camera here on Fox Weather, some of this we actually caught live, was unbelievable. Some of the best video I've ever seen captured live as it was happening. We mentioned Iowa and Nebraska were the two states hit the hardest on Friday, and a lot of these tornadoes were monsters. I mean, some of the biggest wedge tornadoes I've ever seen. In fact,
look at that one.
That's the one that I was just referring to. That is the biggest wedge tornado I have ever seen. A wedge tornado is one that is wider than it is tall, and that is certainly the case. When I first saw this video, I was...
Right, because it's only... The height of it is only here to here, but the width of it... Wow. It's a giant tornado. Holy crap.
Glued to my screen. Second of all, at first, I just thought that was a shelf cloud coming down, and then I realized the whole thing was rotating, and lo and behold, that was an entire tornado as you look off in the distance, taking up just a lot of real...
Bro, being a storm chaser would be so cool.
...real estate. This is out of Elkhorn, Nebraska. Same deal. You know, it's almost, if you didn't know that that was a tornado off in the distance, you would just think that was maybe a low cloud base. But indeed, that was a tornado. And we've just got these numbers that are off the charts here. Let me just read.
Well, Bill Gates is playing with the cloud seeding technology. Apparently, reports have come out that showed that there really are chemtrails and that they really are turning people gay, just like the atrazine in the water. Everything's turning people gay. Meanwhile, tornadoes are dropping down because Bill Gates is playing with his cloud seeding technology across middle America. They want to destroy all the farmland so they can come in and buy it up. China can buy it up. Bill Gates can buy it up. And they can have us eating the bugs.
To use some of these numbers and some of these stats that we've seen. This is from Lincoln, Nebraska, from Corey Gherkin. So far, 24 confirmed tornadoes, all the way from Iowa to Texas. We've had tornadoes reported in the states of Nebraska, Iowa, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. In total, 118 tornado reports Friday and Saturday, and that number is likely going to jump up as we continue to see what these survey teams find and say. And we had 35 reports, tornado reports, just from last night.
Yeah, so that's crazy. Crazy weather. Constantly crazy storms, weather, earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, weird cold fronts that aren't supposed to be happening at the wrong time of the year. But it's global warming. It's not global warming. It's damn cloud seeding and you guys playing with your God machines. The wind spirit has been compromised. God's coming. He's pissed. Yep, that's his finger. That's the finger of God. Stirring it up. Or the finger of Satan. Sorry, the cows are busy for bird flu narrative they're pushing. I've heard of that too. I heard about that, but I didn't really hear much about it. I haven't looked into it too much. I got sick and people are like, you got the new bird flu. Whatever, bruh. Yeah, bird flu. Birds are supposed to fly. That's what they do. Bird flu. If the bird didn't fly, he's an ostrich. All birds flew. Twister was a great movie. It was a classic. It's a classic. All right, guys. I think that's all I got. I don't have any dictator research yet. I'm not sure when I'm going to start that. But the first one we do when we do the dictator, each week we'll do a different dictator. And maybe we'll just read Wikipedia. Maybe it won't be like a long, in-depth thing. We'll just read about them on Wikipedia. But the first one we do will be Pol Pot. He was the Cambodian prime minister that killed a whole lot of people with communism. And I don't know a lot about him. So maybe we'll do Pol Pot next week. Learn a little bit about Pol Pot. And then we'll do a different dictator each week. And just spend, 10 minutes looking into the Dictator Olympics. Let's see who the king dictator was. But that'll all be coming up. I'm going to try to do more like 2-hour short streams throughout the week where we just jump on, not really talking about main big story news stuff unless I've already talked about it in a show, because I like to save that stuff for Monday. The big stories of the week, I like to save it for Monday. But little stories, or if somebody sends me a story or if something funny to watch, we can watch those throughout the week. Just do short little 2-hour streams. Saturday is the debate with Jalen. Friday, we'll be back for the snore stream for sure. Saturday is the debate with Jalen, 6 o'clock my time, which is 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Me and Jalen debating, does racism exist? It should be all right. And then after that's over, what I'll probably do is I'll probably start my stream 30 minutes before the debate starts so that I can set everything up and get ready, let you guys know how it's going to work, and we can get into the StreamYard and get everything going and get it all set up in the first 30 minutes. And then we'll go into the debate, and I'll record it. And then after the debate, I'll either end the stream or I'll just keep the stream going for Saturday night fight nights. And then I'll just record during the debate, and then I'll put a video out with just the debate. So you don't have to see all the extra stuff. But that'll be Saturday night. Throughout the week, I got to finish 2 more paragraphs of my opening, and then I got to type it all up. That's all I got left to do. I've already gathered all my resources and all that stuff. So that's that. Before I go, last shilling for myself. Hold on, where's my music? I like this music. Bump, bump. Bump. Bump, bump. Hey. Guys, this has been the Dreaded Conservative Show. Monday night, kicking the week off right. The world's a crazy place. I just report on it. I got to go to work. We'll be seeing Floor in the stream eventually and within a couple months. But make sure you guys hit the like button on your way out. Make sure you're subscribed. Always check to make sure you're subscribed because YouTube might unsubscribe you. Share the video to a friend. Share the shorts out to your friends. If you like it, tell a friend. If you hate it, tell everybody. And if you guys want to help support the channel, memberships are cool. Super chats are cool. But the best thing you could do is send me $5 or $10 to the Dreaded Conservative Cash App. Buy me a coffee. Buy me a beer. Buy me a pizza. Help your boy out. We gotta start making some more money. Otherwise, Floor's gonna get here and be like, this guy's broke. I don't want to be here. That's not gonna happen. Debate going up. All right. I'll see you guys later. God bless. Have a great week. We out. Peace.